Mosby at 6'1", and it's number 11 or 13, depending on which poll you look at. Baylor Bears taking on Oklahoma State, and Angela Tisdale will control the opening tip for the Bears, and they will move from our right to our left here. Gallagher. The Cowgirls will start out in a 2-3 zone defense. It's Tisdale top of the key over to Derritt. Derritt left side, back out to Tisdale again. They'll work it right side into the corner on the baseline. Allison has to bring it back out front, and a steal by Danielle Green. Green comes down one-on-one and has the ball knocked loose and out of bounds. It's last touch by Baylor with 19:35 to go in the first half.
Something you don't see very often. Danielle Green get the ball stripped away in a fast break opportunity. Tisdale got a hand on it and just ripped it out of bounds.
So 19:35 to go, and Green will inbound the basketball. Gets it into Sadiq, who had a fast start the other night. Misses the opening shot here, but the putback by Shantae Smith, it won't go either, and a rebound by LaTera Derritt.
But the Cowgirls do get an offensive board, get a second chance. You can't miss those, but that's a good sign for the Cowgirls early on.
Derritt around to Morrow. Reverse pass Tisdale. Left wing with 19:19 to play. No score. Back to Derritt. Out to Morrow again. Jessica Morrow. Three-pointer is no good, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Shantae Smith, and will stay with the Baylor Bears.
Fight between Allison and Shantae. Allison actually had inside position, and Shantae over the top knocks it out of bounds.
Some of the greatest games since the formation of the Big 12 have been between these two teams. Right here at Gallagher-Iba Arena, we expect today to be no different. Inbounds pass. Derritt has it left corner. Three-pointer off the front of the rim. Morrow with the offensive rebound. Passes underneath to Allison. She comes up, shoots, no good. Rebound by Sadiq.
Well, no points either way, but the good news there, that's the good news for the Cowgirls, but they gave up a lot of offensive boards as well.
Riley, a bad pass, stole away by Mosby. Bernice Mosby, an All-American candidate, a Wade Trophy candidate, into the ball game now. On the floor, rather, and for the Baylor Bears, and came up with that steal. Inside Allison, jump shot. There's that jump shot you talked about a 4-footer that time, and it's good for two.
That time the 2-3 zone gave up the soft part, was the mid-post area. Allison breaks free, takes the pass, and nobody stepped out to take her whatsoever.
18:35 to play, 2-0. Baylor draws first on the scoreboard. Chisholm has it in the corner, comes out to Danielle Green, around to Riley. Riley a lob to Sadiq. Sadiq backs up, shoots about an 8-footer. It's no good, in and out. And the rebound is tipped around and taken by Chisholm on pure effort.
Baylor could not hang on to it. They bounced it up, just couldn't get the handle on it, and the Cowgirls catch a break.
So the Cowgirls have it back with Riley at the top of the circle, around to the left side. A little banging between Tisdale and Chisholm, but no call. Green has it, goes up 8-footer, in and out, no good. Rattles off the backside of the iron, rebound by Morrow, and here come the Bears as they get it down to Tisdale. Tisdale through the lane, is stripped of the basketball by Danielle Green, and it's stolen away.
Two very athletic teams, not playing very disciplined basketball at this point.
Shantae through the lane, dribble penetration, little floater up, no good. Chisholm is going to save it, and it comes into Sadiq.
How about that? Cowgirls 0 of 4, Baylor 1 of 4, and it's a 2-0 ball game, just that simple.
Good battling effort by both ball clubs, 2-0. Baylor has the lead. Smith, a little jump into the high post with 7 on the shot clock, gets the ball out to Green, left side on the wing. 3 seconds, Green's going to have to pull up, goes up for the shot and got it.
7th best shooting guard in the nation. I bring it up all the time out of junior college, Kevin. She has the ability to rise, elevate like a lot of the Baylor players do. One of the few for the Cowgirls that can actually do that.
We're tied at 2. Tisdale top of the circle, 17:08 to play. Lob pass from Morrow underneath. Spin shot up by Mosby, no good. Rebound by Sadiq, and then a foul over the back on Baylor. Will send it the other way with 17:04 to play.
I believe that Kevin is going to go on Allison, as Allison was trying to fight from the backside and gets called for that foul. It is. It'll be her first. In fact, the first foul on either team, and we played 2 minutes, 56 seconds.
Yeah, we're tied at 2. 17:04 remaining in the ball game, and there's been a lot of physical contact, if you will, underneath the basket on both ends of the floor thus far, but that is the first one that has been called. So they'll clean it up as we go inside the 17-minute mark. And Riley will come down over center court. Gets the ball to Danielle Green. She comes up the right baseline, is double teamed, brings it back out on the dribble. 15 to play through the lane, kicks it out to Shantae Smith. Smith will work it to Riley. Riley gets a nice screen by Cordero, backs up, shoots from 3, and it's no good, off the right side of the iron. And the rebound is tipped around, taken by Mosby. Then Shantae Smith comes in, gets a jump ball, the possession arrow to Oklahoma State. That's a free possession, my friend.
Well, yeah, that's just hustle by Shantae Smith, reaches in, and now, they're going to call a foul now. One official comes over. Nope, now they're going to go back the other way, and they will say it will be a jump ball. As it looked like it was a jump ball. One official whistled foul. The other official said nope, it was a jump ball first. So Cowgirls have the arrow. They do get it back.
Morrow checks out of the lineup. Jasmine Player, 5'10" sophomore, is in her place. Inbounds Cordero. She'll shoot from three. Got it.
How about that? That time Cordero, recognizing nobody stepped out on her. She's a 43% three-point shooter, and she knocks down the tray.
16:29 to play. We already have our first lead change of the ball game. Cowgirls with the biggest lead of the game at 3. Allison at the free throw line. Reverse pass into the corner. We'll have a three-point attempt. Baylor got it. That three-pointer up and good by Angela Tisdale.
You know, and you just get a sense it's going to be back and forth all day long. Again, two very athletic teams. I was talking to Marcellus Campbell, the strengths coach for Oklahoma State, and I said, hey, what do you think? What's the locker room like? And he said, you know, our kids just get excited when we play a good man-to-man defensive team, and that's what Baylor is, and that's the way it's been.
Riley curls up the right baseline with the basketball, and as she does, she is fouled, and that foul is going to go against Angela Tisdale. The junior from Austin picks up her first, and that'll take us to our first timeout.
This is a very good team, Kevin. They're better than Colorado, but they may not give the Cowgirls as much problems on the offensive end because the Cowgirls handle man-to-man better than they do the zone like they faced against the Buffaloes.
As we take our first break, we have our second tie of the ball game. 15:59 left to go. First half, it's Oklahoma State 5 and the Lady Bears of Baylor 5. Cowgirl basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
It's time to get a great start to the new year, and there's no better place to do it than at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. We feature some of the most exciting new vehicles on the road today. We're proud to introduce the all-new Ford Edge crossover. Bold new styling, best-in-class horsepower, an MP3 input jack, and an available class-exclusive Vista roof that offers spectacular panoramic views. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today and test drive the new 2007 Expedition and Expedition EL Extended Length. Both feature an exclusive power-fold third-row seat that folds flat into the floor at the touch of a button. And the Expedition EL offers twice as much cargo space beyond the third row. Buying a new Ford is exciting, and your Oklahoma Ford dealer can help make it easy and affordable. We feature attractive low financing and cash rebate offers on many of our best-selling vehicles. So visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Ford, bold moves.
Well, January 27th, a date that will stick in the minds of Oklahoma State fans and fans throughout the Big 12 tournament and the NCAA for all of our life, perhaps, my friend. The anniversary today, 6-year anniversary of that tragic day when Oklahoma State lost 10 members of its basketball family. We certainly want to take an opportunity at this point to recognize them. And we'll hear from Ryan Cameron, who lost one of his dear friends, Will Hancock, in that plane crash back on January 27th of 2000.
You know, I've had a chance this week to talk several times to Tom Dorado. Of course, the color commentator was on the plane going over to Boulder, Colorado, and then switch planes coming back. And, you know, he said Oklahoma State's done a fabulous job of keeping up with the families and making sure everybody's doing okay. And we'll, of course, talk about that a little bit later.
All right, that coming up at halftime. Big day indeed as we keep those 10 friends in our memory here this afternoon. Well, inbounds pass falls into Andrea Riley. Then she falls to her backside and is called for a travel, and that will result in the first turnover on Oklahoma State as it goes over to Baylor. Second turnover, rather, on the Cowgirls this afternoon. Mosby has it, left baseline. About a 12-footer. She's left wide open in that zone defense and knocks it down.
Well, and you heard Coach Littell say in our coach's corner, Kevin, that she can do it several different ways. She will get some putbacks. She'll get some easy stuff inside, but she can also drain it from outside. You've got to cover her.
Shantae Smith left open just inside the three-point line. Misses a shot from the left side. Rachel Allison with the rebound. The Bears will push it up forward. Nice bounce pass is stolen away. It was just what the Cowgirls wanted. Shantae Smith coming up with a steal. Smith down to Riley. Riley comes up the left baseline, misses the shot, but Shantae is there for the putback and the tie.
You know, Shantae's obviously feeling good, Kevin. She looks like she's flowing out there a lot easier, a lot more naturally, and she's now 1 of 4, but I say she must be feeling it because she's taking a lot of shots for Shantae.
Taylor Hardiman getting ready to check in for Oklahoma State. Jasmine Player passes to Darrett, who will shoot from 3. It's up and it's good. So they have a three-pointer on both sides of that zone for 3.
Well, and that's what they can do. You know, we talked about it, Kevin. They're shooting 50% right now. The zone allows you shots, and if you're able to knock it down, that's how you beat a zone. But the Cowgirls hoping that they go back to their more natural, lesser shooting percentage from the field.
Danielle Green makes a pass intended for Cordero and really caught a break. It went off a Baylor Bear and out of bounds. It will stay with Oklahoma State, but Cordero never saw that pass coming.
No, Cowgirls got to be more cognizant of the offense and where the passes are coming from on the offensive end. You've got to value the basketball against Baylor.
17 on the shot clock. Inbounds, Hardiman has it left corner. She'll dribble out, passes to Shantae Smith. A zone defense now by the Bears. It looks like a 1-4. Out front with it is Smith. 8 seconds on the shot clock. She pulls up. 8-footer, no good. Rebound is tipped around, and Derrick comes down with it for the Bears.
Well, Chisholm tried, went high, elevated, but couldn't come down with it.
Derrick down floor through the lane. Little running jumpers on the way. No good. Allison had the rebound. Then it's knocked out of bounds. They're going to say last touch by the Baylor Bear, by the Oklahoma State Cowgirls. I think it's a bad call by the official, but it will stay with Baylor. The other officials were not in the position to see it any different, so they could not come in and have a conference with their colleagues.
Well, he said, Kevin, that when it went out of bounds, that Taylor hit it off of her leg. It was awful close, but it was ripped away by Baylor.
Player to Mosby. Mosby shoots over the Cowgirls, about a 10-footer, and got it.
You see right here, Kevin, that Baylor's starting to go on a little bit of a run. The Cowgirls have got to answer basket for basket. You cannot trail big behind Baylor and try to come back.
14:03 to play, 12-7. Baylor with their biggest lead of the ball game at 12-7. Chisholm with the basketball from the free throw line. Turns, shoots it, no good, too strong. Rebound is tipped around, picked up, and put back in by Rashidat Sadiq.
Well, right now, Cowgirls are doing a great job with the offensive glass. Kim Mulkey is all over the officials saying that they're fouling us, but Cowgirls are just crashing the boards.
12-9 now. Oklahoma State back within 3, but not for long. Whistle and a foul after a basket is made at the other end underneath. That foul is going to go against Dominique Chisholm. The junior out of Dallas picks up her first, and the basket was up and good. I want to say that was on Mosby, or scoring the basket it was, and that's going to give her 6 points in the ball game.
Yeah, Mosby that time got inside position on Chisholm, Kevin. The pass came all the way across the lane, and Chisholm fought from behind, tried to knock it away. Gave up the shot and the basket and the free throw.
Free throw is up and good. A 3-point play makes it a 6-point lead now. And Kurt Buckey calling the offensive signals into his point guard, Andrea Riley, as she heads down over center court. She'll work the ball to the near side, passes it to Sadiq, back out to Riley. They go to work with it in motion, 15 on the shot clock. Right side, Hardiman, back out again to Riley, over to the left, Shante in the corner, Chisholm. She pump fakes, now we'll bring it back to Riley with single digits on the shot clock. Andrea will dribble through the lane and travels with the basketball.
You know, the problem with the youngster right now, Kevin, is she does that dribble penetration, drew a triple team, and did not kick it out to Hardiman. Lost it on the drive inside. She's got to recognize she's got to get that ball out of there. When defense reacts to you, kick it back out, and Hardiman is standing wide open looking for that three. But sometimes Riley decides she either wants to shoot it, make some late decisions, and instead results in a turnover. That's the 4th against Oklahoma State.
30-second timeout called by Kurt Buckey. Wants to talk it over with his ball club. And Jim Littell leading the huddle right now, getting in there and really a lot of communication with Rashidat Sadiq. And you and I have talked about this a lot. When Sadiq does not have good ball games, the Cowgirls do not seem to be very successful. The other night against Colorado, she carried the Cowgirls those first 7 or 8 minutes. Tonight, or this afternoon, she's only got 2 points in the ball game.
Well, and we talked with Coach Littell in the pregame, Kevin, about getting her touches early and getting her involved. And she got the first easy basket, quick basket, and it looked like she was going to have another one of those nights. But she's been held out the last 5-6 minutes here of the ball game.
The Cowgirls will come out of the timeout with a 2-3 zone defense with Hardiman and Riley, the guards, out front. Down come the Baylor Bears with the basketball. It's player out front with it, dribbling around to the right side. Reverse pass comes to Derrick, top of the circle. Derrick dribbles in, then kicks it out to Tisdale. Reverse pass back in the corner. Goes to Derrick. She'll dribble in. She walked with the ball, no call. Player passes it underneath. Shot is no good. And Mosby there with the putback. She misses it. And finally, Shante Smith comes down with it.
Boy, the crowd behind the bench just absolutely came unglued as they did not get that traveling call, and they were not happy about it.
We called games 10 years ago where there wasn't that much noise in the arena. Boy, they really got after it loud. And the officials will remember that one the next trip down. Riley into the corner, Hardiman. Hardiman back, reverse pass comes out to Shante Smith. Pass is batted down inside the lane, picked up by Hardiman out to Riley with 6 on the shot clock. She'll dribble around, pull up, shoots with a bank shot off the glass for 2.
I don't know if she had the call glass. It does kick off the glass, and she knocks that one through right through the square into the rim.
Big basket cuts the Baylor lead to 4. 15-11 our score now. Baylor with it right side on the baseline. Missed shot by Allison. Rebound by Riley. Riley 3-on-1. Numbers against her. Is going to bring it coast to coast. Reverse layup. Missed it. In and out. No good. It looked great except for the finish and the rebound to Jasmine Player. Player long pass down to Derrick. Derrick, nice move through the lane. Misses a shot. Rebound by Sadiq. And the Cowgirls have the basketball, and I think we've got a wet spot on the floor, and I don't know if anybody else saw her slip like that.
I tell you what, right there, Kevin, you got Riley again, 1-on-3, Kevin, trying to make too much happen. You got to recognize when you don't have the numbers like that, you got to get it to somebody else.
Smith makes a pass deflected by Barrett and stolen away by the Bears. It was Rachel Allison on the steal. Yeah, you make a great point there, and this is a game, especially these next 6 or 7, she's going to have to play within herself. A three-point attempt, Angela Tisdale left wing is no good. Rebound, Oklahoma State.
Well, the thing with Riley, Kevin, you go, well, she makes it, yeah, it's good, but the problem is if she misses it as she did, you have nobody there to get the rebound. You've got 3 Baylor Bears waiting on it.
All right, out front, it's going to be Riley with the basketball over to Shante Smith. Cowgirls hanging around early against the 11th-ranked team in the nation. Hardiman, nice pass to Sadiq. Rashi's left open 10-footer, too short off the rim, and the rebound comes down to Baylor, and then we've got a foul going to go on Dominique Chisholm, and that'll be her second.
That time over the back, Mosby right there. Mosby fired up. You know what, Kevin, she's a rough-and-tumble player. Chisholm fired up. She's a rough-and-tumble player. That's going to be an interesting matchup the rest of the way to see those two going at it. Interestingly enough, Baylor, recognizing the Cowgirls have struggled against the zone, they have shifted to a zone as well defensively, really caused the Cowgirls to slow down on the offensive end.
Right now, the Cowgirls hanging around 15-11, doing it with defense as we go to break. 11:04 left to play in the ball game, left in the first half of the ball game. Baylor 15, Oklahoma State 11. You are listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl basketball.
Did you know that Chevrolet, the best-rated cars and trucks, now come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty? Hi, Teresa with Wilson Chevrolet, announcing Chevy's new 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty, complete with zero deductible, roadside assistance, and courtesy transportation on all new Chevy cars and trucks. The best cars and trucks now have the best warranty to boot. Come experience business the Wilson way. You'll be glad you did.
Wilson Chevrolet Jeep Stillwater.
Chicken is not just for dinner anymore. At Chick-fil-A, try the new chicken on a biscuit, or chicken breakfast burrito, or chicken bagel sandwich, or the new cinnamon cluster. That doesn't have chicken, though. Just read what it says. All right, at 600 North Perkins Road, you can try one of the 3 custom roasted premium coffee blends. So try Chick-fil-A for breakfast or dinner. They're here to serve you. Chick-fil-A didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Eat more chicken.
Well, Kurt Bucky told us around 1 o'clock that if we're going to shoot 31%, we're going to be in for a long day. And somehow, maybe through the goodness of defense and good rebounding, they're only shooting 29%, but they're only down by a couple of baskets.
Well, yeah, because Baylor's only made 6. They're shooting 38%. Cowgirls have made 1. One of those extra for Baylor there, 2 of 5 from beyond the arc. Cowgirls 1 of 2, and they've been to the free throw line one more time. Or actually, they've been to the free throw line. Cowgirls yet to get there, and that's the difference in this ball game. It's still a very competitive ball game.
Destiny Sykes into the lineup for the first time. She'll be on the floor now as we come out of the break. Baylor with the basketball. They've got Jasmine Player right side over to Darrett. Darrett will dribble around on the wing. She's guarded by Green. Passes to Morrow. Down low trying to get it to Wilson. She nearly lost it. Kicks it out to Mosby. She shoots and scores.
That's what Mosby will do for you. 9 points on the afternoon. Cowgirls had a couple of near steals, had played that very, very well, and it created the opportunity to get the steal but couldn't hang on to the ball.
Destiny out to Riley as the Cowgirls trail by 6. Baylor keeps the pressure on with sharp shooting by Bernice Mosby as we come down to the midway point of this first half. Riley with the basketball, dribbles off a screen behind Cordero, makes a pass intended for Green. It's knocked out of bounds, last touch by Baylor, and to be quite honest with you, Player a little bit lucky she didn't get called for a foul there. As her and Green were racing for the ball, she kind of shoved Green away.
Yeah, both of them trying to screen the other off of the ball right there, and a lot of contact, no call made.
10:15 remaining in the first half, 7 on the shot clock. Inbounds, Brisa Silva's into the lineup. Silva gets it on the inbounds. Curls around, pulls up, goes up for a shot, and she's going to be fouled by Latera Derrick.
I like that right there, but Brisa Silva, nice move, goes left side. Kevin, Cowgirls have not been to the free throw line. We talked about that. They've been to the line on average, or on the season, over 125 times more than Baylor. Yet the Cowgirls have yet to get to the free throw line here. This one, and a lot of that is because Baylor has shifted to that zone defense. So the Cowgirls attack, they get the foul, and they go to the line.
Silva's a senior from Mexico. Her free throw is on the way up and good. The last 2 ball games come down to the last possession. The win against Colorado, the loss against Tech, emphasizes the importance of the free throws from the beginning of the game. Second free throw is no good by Silva. Destiny Sykes has the rebound, and then a foul on the play is going to come afterwards, and that is going to go against Oklahoma State.
It does. Nice job by Sykes to jump up, get the ball. Kevin got bumped and took the extra step. Hey, by the way, need to mention this. Earlier today, Texas A&M down in Norman knocking off the Sooners 54-52.
The streak is over for the Sooners. And losing at home, so it is a big loss. Gives Baylor much more even to play for, along with teams like A&M. Morrow's shot no good after the inbounds. Rebound Oklahoma State. Down they come. Bad pass. Jasmine Player has it. She has numbers in her favor. She'll spin through the lane, throws an elbow, and no call made, but a basket is made by Player, and is going to be 19-12, and now things begin to get a little bit ugly inside.
Well, yeah, you see right there, Destiny Sykes hustles, gets back, Kevin, and just forces a travel, but no call made.
Cordero through the lane, goes up for a shot. It's no good. Rebound is taken by Player. It's 1 and out for the Cowgirls. Back down come the Bears. Quick shot up and good. We're going to have a timeout at some point here to slow this train down, because let me tell you, the locomotive is heading right towards Gallagher, and it has arrived. 21-12, just like that. The Baylor Bears jump out to the quick lead, and Kurt Buckey does get the coach's timeout.
Well, and you see what they've done. You know, it's no mystery how Baylor goes on this run, Kevin. They start create defensive opportunities, defensive steals, and they turn it into points the other way. They have forced the Cowgirls into 3 or 4 really quick turnovers, and then they like to run. If you make a basket against Baylor and you get back and set up your defense, they struggle. But when the Cowgirls can't make a basket, 28% from the field, 5 out of 18, that's 13 opportunities which Baylor can turn and run. And if they can turn and run on you, they're going to go score easy baskets, and that's how they've gone on this little jaunt.
Well, the Cowgirls will inbound the basketball now with their backs against the wall for the first time today, and still a long way to go in this one. 9:22 remaining. Baylor has won 7 consecutive in the series, 3 in a row at Gallagher-Ibe Arena after really unable to win at Gallagher for so many years. Danielle Green has the basketball, curls into the lane, brings it back out to Shantae. Shantae will back up on the dribble, right-handed. 13 on the shot clock. Now she'll take it at him. Bounce pass. Silva's open from 3 and got it.
How about that? The senior coming in, Kevin, she came in just like Sykes did against Colorado and helped this team out. And all of a sudden, you look up, Sykes is the leading scorer for Oklahoma State with 4 points.
Morrow to Player. Player passes to Dare. She'll dribble into the lane. Might have walked with it again, but no call. Morrow. Bounce pass underneath. Goes off the foot of Sykes. Had that not hit Sykes' foot, it would have been a clean steal for Cordero. So really, Baylor saved on faith there.
You know, this is a 2-3 zone, and that's not the most aggressive zone-type defense, but Cowgirls are really moving, rotating well, shifting a lot, and came up with yet another near steal.
Tisdale and Mosby check back into the lineup for Baylor. Inbounds pass comes in, and Cordero wants to steal. She gets it, and then we've got a foul on Baylor. So Cordero with a little bit of an attitude after not coming up with that last steal. She had something to say inside, getting a little physical.
Well, last time she had the ball in the offensive end, she got thrown to the floor hard, hit her elbow, looked mad about the whole thing right there. Good effort, and that foul, by the way, going on number 11, Danielle Wilson. That'll be her first.
Yeah, and if you're going to compete with the Baylors and A&Ms and Oklahomas of the world, you're going to have to get physical, because we're seeing here the officials are letting them get physical. Cordero, fadeaway shot from 6 is no good. Shantae Smith hustles out for the rebound, takes it right back into the lane. Little jump stop through the lane, shot up, no good. And the rebound comes down to Danielle Green. Cowgirls have another opportunity.
Cowgirls up 16-11 in the rebounding category.
Smith out to Green. Green top of the key now. Sets it up with 8:11 to play in the first half. Sykes in the corner. Destiny makes a bounce pass intended for Cordero, and this time the Cowgirls are saved by the basketball going off the foot of a player, and they will inbound it with a new 15 on the shot clock. 8:07 left to play.
Got you, Kevin. Yeah, exactly. I saw 1-5. I thought he was trying to call a foul. He was signaling shot clock.
Inbounds Cordero. Three-pointer up and good. Three-pointer on the inbounds by Maria Cordero.
Maria Cordero now makes it 2 out of 3 for the Cowgirls from beyond the arc. And they're being, I think, a lot more patient offensively and doing what they've got to do. And they're actually hitting some of those three-pointers and make that actually 3 out of 4.
6-0 Oklahoma State running. A steal by Danielle Green. Back the other way. The layup is good. It's a one-point ball game with 7:41 to play.
And it's no mystery how the Cowgirls have turned it over too, Kevin. They've gotten the big shot from outside, offensive rebounding. Their defense turns it into points the other way. It's how these two teams like to play.
Mosby right side on the dribble with the basketball. Comes out to Tisdale, back to Mosby. The crowd's in it now. Mosby, high post right, pulls up, shoots no good. Rebound, Destiny Sykes. Cowgirls can take the lead at the free throw line as there's a foul by Jessica Bradley. Not at the free throw line, beg your pardon.
Well, Bradley reaches in on Sykes, who did a good job of elevating, getting the rebound. Rebound number 2 for Sykes. And a good job by the Cowgirls to go up again, elevate, and try to get something going on the defensive end. Nice little run, but the Cowgirls can't be satisfied with what they've done before they've certainly given themselves another opportunity.
The intensity is picked up. We'll bring you back for more as we step aside with 7:18 left to go first half. Oklahoma State trailing the Baylor Bears 21-20. Cowgirl basketball from Host Communications continues in a moment.
Today we salute you, Mr. Indecisive Food Orderer Guy. You approach a menu like a CPA approaches an audit. There's not an appetizer, entree, or ingredient that escapes your scrutiny.
What's the soup de jour?
You spend the entire dinner wishing you got what everybody else did.
I got entree envy.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Mr. Indecisive Food Orderer Guy.
Mr. Indecisive
Bud Light beer at Anheuser-Busch, Missouri.
Good morning, Harold.
Good morning. What are you doing?
What? Look at what you're wearing. Big game tomorrow. Yeah, but a team jersey, a ball cap, and sweatpants for a client meeting? Hey, be happy I didn't wear the face paint this week.
There's a better way to show you're a fan. The OU and OSU check cards from BOK. Get yours today when you sign up for free checking. Bank of Oklahoma, our state's most convenient bank. Member FDIC.
Well, Oklahoma State trailed by 9. They're on an 8-0 run. They've got the crowd back into it. They pull to within 1. With that, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves along the Cowgirls Sports Network.
Cowboy Country is 105.5 FM, KGFY, Stillwater.
They often joke at me for overestimating crowds, but I'm not going to put a number on it, but I will say this is the biggest non-bedlam, non-doubleheader with the men's crowd that we've had this year.
We'll see.
I mean, I can't think of a game that was not bedlam or was not a doubleheader that is bigger than this year against anybody.
It'll be close because there is definitely a nice crowd here.
Out front, Green with the basketball, pulls up top of the circle. Underneath goes to Mosby. Now, I do mean this year. Games played this year.
Yes.
Jarrett with the basketball, left side, out front to Player. Player through the lane. Now Player from the free throw line pulls up, shoots, and misses. Destiny has yet another rebound. That gives her 3 in the ball game, and the Cowgirls can take the lead.
Well, I tell you what, Coach has been true to his word. Be ready. We never know when you're going to go in. Sykes did against Colorado, played 10 minutes. Our MVP in 10 minutes of play. And, boy, she's done a good job here tonight as well.
Yeah, she's just been called on in a lot of games here of late. Green underneath the Smiths. Shantae is fouled going up for a shot. Kim Mulkey is going to argue with the official as Jessica Morrow, the sophomore, picks up her first of the game.
She spent 11 years as assistant to Louisiana Tech, then 4 years as the associate head coach. This is only the second place she's ever coached, and a lot of times Louisiana Tech has done a fabulous job here. Coach Butke was the associate head coach and then the head coach down at Louisiana Tech. Both of them, you could just see, Kevin, it's not those two against each other. They're not against each other tonight. It's their teams against each other, but there's extra intensity.
There's no doubt.
In their coaches, or in their coaching here, you just feel it.
You get the feeling Leon Barmore is keeping tabs on this game in some way through the ticker, maybe the internet, something, but he's watching both of his protégés and what they're doing.
Well, here's the question. Who's he listening to? Oklahoma State Online or Baylor Online?
Well, if it's Oklahoma State, we'll say hello to the Hall of Famer.
Absolutely. You kind of got your start in influence from Mr. Barmore and that group
exactly
down there.
Right. Yeah, he was the associate down there under Sonja Hogue at the time, and was always awfully good to me, and just a great Hall of Famer. First free throw by Smith was no good. The second one is good, and that makes it a 21-21 ball game. That gives us our 4th tie to go with 2 lead changes on the afternoon with 6:29 to play.
Nice little runs by both teams, Kevin. One for Baylor to get ahead and the Cowgirls to tie it up.
Allison out tomorrow. Back out front it comes to Player. Nearly a tip steal by Riley, but she couldn't quite get a tip on it. So Darrett has it. Bounce pass to Mosby down low. They've got her in the corner. They'll try to trap her. That's a tough task. Player out front with it. Bounce pass goes to Darrett. I think the Cowgirls have him a little flustered. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Player pulls up. 10-footer. No good, but the rebound by Mosby. And she'll back it out and come right back at him. Kicks it out. Morrow, three-pointer up good.
How about that? And that's all because of Mosby's effort to get over the top of Shantae Smith, get a clean rebound on the offensive end, and then you kick it back out, and Morrow drains the three. That's the third by both teams from beyond the arc. Cowgirls out rebounding Baylor 18-13.
It's Destiny Sykes, right side, out front to Danielle Green. Back to Sadiq. She wants money from three. No good. A little too strong, and the rebound comes down to Mosby. Boy, she's just doing it on both ends, and then she's going to be fouled as Green got a little too greedy going for the defensive steal and reaches in and makes the contact.
Yeah, she got her to bobble it and then went for the attack and tried to come up with a steal, reached in, and not necessarily a very smart foul by Danielle Green, but nonetheless, the Cowgirls have an opportunity right here as they again need to get a defensive stop, down by three. Again, you just don't want Baylor to go on these little runs that they're so capable of doing.
Boy, and they can hit you quick. We saw that when they made that 9-point lead just a few moments ago. Morrow has the ball underneath. Now they go into Mosby. 4-footer. She'll make it every time, and she does on this one.
Beat the 2-3 zone, get it to the short corner, to the mid-post. That was just textbook play by Baylor.
Cowgirls down 5 after a 9-0 run that tied it. Green almost traveled with the ball, holds it, now shoots from three. It's off the front of the rim. No good. It's 1 and out as Rachel Allison pulls down the loose ball.
Danielle Green is pressing way too hard right now.
Darrett over to Morrow. Morrow goes on the baseline. Mosby has it. Nice no-look behind the back. Darrett, three-pointer off the rim. No good. And 5'5", Andrea Riley skies up for the rebound. She'll bring it down with 24 on the shot clock and 4:42 on the game clock. Pistol Pete peeking in between the irons on the side bleachers. Watching this one, it's been a great battle between unranked Oklahoma State and 11th and 13th ranked Baylor. Shantae Smith drops into the lane, goes up for a shot. We've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to go against the Baylor Bears. Mulkey held her arm up behind her head, wanted an offensive charge, but it is a foul on Jasmine Player. The sophomore out of Bay City, Texas, picks up her first.
Averaging 6 points per ball game. She's at 2 right now, a role player, but again, one of those kids that they really know how, they accept their role, and Kevin, they lean heavily on Mosby, and it's evident today. 11 points for her, Morrow with 5, nobody else with more than 3.
Cal goes back to the free throw line, shooting the 1-and-1. Front end is no good. Rachel Allison with the rebound for the Bears.
You talked about it last game against Colorado. The Cowgirls usually start slow for the free throw line and get better. Unfortunately, that's the case today. 2 out of 5 to start from the charity stripe.
Cowgirls could use a stop here. You don't have to keep coming from 7, 8, 9 down in this game against Baylor. Mosby has it down on the floor, dishes over to Darrett. Darrett drops into the lane, has a shot partially blocked. It comes out to the right side to Morrow. Morrow has it, 10-footer got it. Have you ever seen a team that can pass the ball so quick?
Well, what they want to do, Kevin, is they want to get it to Morrow or they want to get it to Mosby. There's not a lot of confidence by anybody else on that floor. Morrow now with 7, Mosby with 11. You have got to stay with them. Even when you rotate, somebody's got to stay backside and cover Morrow on the perimeter.
Riley comes coast to coast, goes through the lane, goes up for a shot. It's deflected, picked up by Sadiq. She lays it up and in for 2.
That's an easy basket. Cowgirls needed an easy basket. They're down by 5 and chance to get a stop and get on a run before halftime.
28-23, Baylor leads. 3:31 remaining first half. Darrett left side on the dribble on the wing. Passes the ball to Morrow. Morrow into the lane. Goes to Mosby. High post. She kicks it back out. Darrett pump fake. Now passes to Morrow for 3. Three-pointer. No good. Rebound Danielle Green.
Nice effort there by Danielle Green. She's got 4 points on the afternoon. Now her first rebound. And really been pressing on both ends of the floor. Let's see if she can get something going. As she's covered by Morrow, and it's just been very tough for her to get away from her.
Sykes right side with the ball. Has the basketball. On the wing goes to Green. Green curls through the lane, goes up. The ball is blocked from behind, and then a whistle and a foul. The foul is going to go against Baylor or against Oklahoma State with 2:58 remaining.
And Kevin, it's exactly what I just said. It's Danielle Green pressing too hard. She went left side, tried to get around Morrow. She gets the ball blocked, and instead of getting a foul, she reaches in and commits her second. She's just frustrated right now.
That'll take us to our break. We'll see if we can get the crowd back in it during the timeout. 2:58 left to go first half. We've got a good one. Baylor 28, Oklahoma State 23. You are listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl Basketball.
TD could stand for many things. It might stand for Tiger Drug, or it might stand for touchdown. Of course, those two things have nothing in common. In fact, I'm pretty sure no one has ever scored at Tiger Drug, 9th and Walnut. Tiger Drug's Calvin Anthony, Neil Conkey, Carla Knight, and Craig Stone recently set off to see the Taj Mahal, but they apparently went to the wrong Agra. Still, you can see their vacation slides at Tiger Drug, 9th and Walnut, Stillwater.
Born the youngest of 15, spoiled yappy dog made overcoming adversity her first order of business. From day one, she's had an agenda to get things done, protecting our youth and fighting the good fights. Spoiled yappy dog has never chased after special interests, only the occasional mail truck. Elect Spoiled Yappy Dog to the House of Representatives. This message paid for by Citizens for Spoiled Yappy Dog.
If you're not voting, then who are you electing? To learn more, visit payattention.org, brought to you by the Ad Council.
Well, the good news is, since the last break, the Cowgirls' field goal shooting has improved. The bad news is, so has Baylor's. But I think the Cowgirls still keeping the edge on the boards. And I don't know how many of those are offensive rebounds, but the Cowgirls have really mastered the second chance points.
Yeah, they don't break that down for us, but at 21 rebounds, I would venture to say at least 6 of those are offensive boards for the Cowgirls. And you look at second chance points, Kevin, the Cowgirls have 11. That is where the difference is in this ballgame. Only 3 for Baylor. So rebounding as what has kept the Cowgirls in this thing, to say the least.
All right, here we go. It'll be the Cowgirls with Rita Colo into the lineup for the first time, along with Cordero, Riley, Hardiman, and Sadiq. 2:53 to play. Bears have the ball and a 5-point lead. Out front with it is Player. Player passes over to Mosby. Mosby just left wide open, puts up a long-range shot. It's no good. Rebound, the long rebound comes out to Riley, and then she is fouled on the play.
Well, and you know right there, Kevin, you said left her alone. They sagged off of her out of that zone. They wanted her to take that longer range shot, and boy, they catch a break every time you turn around. Looks like Mosby commits a foul, making contact, and instead they end up calling that on number 15 on Player. Actually, I think they called that on number 20, Angela Tisdale, I believe, who got called for that. So either way, Kevin, again, it seems like some of the stars in this league get protected. Anytime it's close one way or the other, it's the lesser player who draws the foul.
Well, that is the case here, and it puts Riley at the free throw line. And for the second consecutive trip, the Cowgirls missed the front end of the 1-and-1. Morrow comes down with the rebound, so potentially a 4-point swing on the scoreboard in those last 2 trips to the line.
Well, yeah, you don't even get a chance to shoot the bonus. You miss the front end.
We have a foul away from the basketball. Battle between Colo and Allison. Let's see who they call it on. I think Colo is going to be guilty for the foul. And this has been a problem for Rita Colo all season long. She comes into the ball game and picks up early fouls, disenabling her to get into any kind of rhythm.
Man, she just hasn't been able to knock down any threes in rhythm either. It's really struggled from that area.
Inbounds from Player to Mosby, and then Mosby is fouled. And that's going to put Baylor at the free throw line with 2:29 to go. The Bears have only shot 1 free throw all day long, and they didn't make it. That foul is going to go on Cordero, and she picks up her second.
Cordero that time on the shift, Kevin. Rashi just couldn't get over in time. Mosby takes the pass, and Cordero just makes her earn it from the free throw line rather than giving up the easy layup, even though she is a 76% free throw shooter.
So the free throw comes forward and is good, extending the Baylor lead to 6. Their biggest lead of the ball game has been 9. Oklahoma State's biggest lead of the day was 3. Next free throw is on the way. It's nothing but money, and she is just money. 76% free throw shooter. Averages 19 points, 10 rebounds. She already has 13 and 6, respectively, in this one.
Cowgirls doing a pretty good job. Again, we got to keep in mind who we're playing. It's the number 11 team in the nation, but you can't afford to throw it away like that.
Yeah, the Cowgirls do. They make a pass just in front of the Baylor bench, and it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch by a Cowgirl. And it'll go back to Baylor. 9 turnovers this afternoon on Oklahoma State. And, you know, the Cowgirls don't want to sound like we're down on them. Just down 7 points to the 11th ranked team in America, but really shooting themselves in the foot. Here's another foul after a pass down low, and a shot up by Allison is no good, but a foul on the Cowgirls will put Allison at the free throw line. Another good free throw shooter at 65%, and that foul is going to go on Rita Colo as she picks up her second of the day.
Right here, Kevin, you know, again, that's what I say. Keep in mind who we're playing, the number 11 team in the nation, and the Cowgirls are within 8 after that free throw is good. But if you want to contend and to defend your home court, down by 8 with 2:12 to go in the first half, you just don't want to let this thing get to double digits prior to halftime. You want to stay within striking distance.
Free throw on the way, no good. Their first miss of the day, and Maria Cordero hurls down the rebound.
80% for the free throw line. Cowgirls, 33% from the line.
2:03 to play, 31-23. Baylor with the lead in the Oklahoma State with the basketball. Baylor with the lead. Cordero has it right side on the wing. Dribbles in, spins 360, has the ball knocked away, and travels with it. And so it's going to go over to the Baylor Bears, and the crowd getting a little frustrated and antsy here with some of the whistles we're hearing.
Well,
that's how it's going.
Well, I mean, I don't know what Cordero was doing. Kevin put the ball on the floor, and then she spun, and she kind of flipped it up. I mean, that was the most indecisive I've ever seen Maria Cordero with a basketball.
Is that your way of saying you don't agree with the crowd?
No. That was a good call.
Player up the right baseline. I agree. Misses the shot. Rebound, Oklahoma State. Riley underneath Cordero. Shot up good.
And that's what Riley can give you, Kevin. If she can dribble, penetrate, and pass, and you've got to give her somebody, give her an outlet. And Cordero did, and the Cowgirls cut it to 6. That's the little run they need. Maybe another one.
Minute 24 to play. Cordero trying to create a steal. Gets a little too aggressive, reaches in and fouls, and she is going to be whistled for her second foul. So you play the last minute 21, I'm thinking, Kurt Bucky, without Maria Cordero, your big girl in the game.
Yeah, Sykes will probably check in for her, and not another smart foul by Cordero. Cordero has kind of 3 possessions here. One, I don't have a clue what she was doing. Second, when she comes down, gets a nice little basket. And right there, you got Mosby. You're way behind her. You shove her. You push over the top. And all you're going to do is put her on the free throw line. Not a very smart foul by Cordero.
Yeah, put one of the best free throw shooters Baylor has. Free throw on the way is up and good. And Kurt Bucky talking to the official here, something about number 14. I think he wanted a lane violation on number 14.
Yeah,
it's a head game, isn't it?
And it was actually Rashi who stepped in the lane, but little hand-checking foul, contact going on between her and Allison. I think he thought maybe she shoved Rashi into the lane.
Second free throw is good. It's 33-25. Baylor up by 8. Oklahoma State the basketball, trying to finish strong down the stretch. Sykes underneath the Sadiq. Whistle and a foul on the Baylor Bears. Down on the floor. We'll stop the clock with 19 seconds on the shot clock, and that's going to go on Mosby. That'll be her first.
Finally gets her first one, puts Rashi on the line. Not a very smart foul by Mosby necessarily either, because that's a one-on-one situation. You put Rashi to the line, 75% free throw shooter, and you just hold her, and I guess maybe otherwise she was thinking, I'm about to give up an easy 2. I don't have any fouls. Might as well make them earn it from the line.
Sadiq's free throw set to come to the hole with 1:10 left in the first half. First shot is up and good. As you say, can't make the second if you don't get the first. And this time the Cowgirls make Baylor pay.
Yeah, Rashi gets their first free throw, 1 of 1, and 6 rebounds, 5 points for the Cowgirl from Lagos, Nigeria, and has really helped her team on the boards today.
Second free throw from the senior comes forward and rims away. No good. Great block-out rebounding by Rachel Allison for Baylor.
Yeah, Shantae really pressured her, but she got a body on her, was able to get her, and she's got position naturally from the time the ball goes up, so she's supposed to have position, but excellent effort by Shantae.
Jasmine Player throws the basketball away. It's the first Baylor mistake we've seen in quite some time. That will be turnover number 7 on the day.
Cowgirls 9 turnovers, 7 on Baylor. Both teams doing a decent job of taking care of the basketball. Cowgirls 12 points off of turnovers, 11 second chance points. Baylor 9 off of turnovers, only 3 off of the offensive glass.
33-26 Baylor has the lead. 44 seconds to go in the half. Silva, top of the key with the basketball. She's guarded by Player. Finds Riley, right side on the wing. Riley back out again to Sykes, over to Silva. Silva's open from 3. Good! Brisa Silva with a big 3-point basket down the stretch.
You know what? The seniors for Oklahoma State that have not been playing a whole lot of minutes have stepped up the last 2 games and have really contributed. There's less than a half-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock, and Kim Mulkey tells her young Jasmine Player to just, hey, play for that last shot.
Crowd going to get loud here in this final 12 seconds. Here they go. Player pushes the ball down floor. She just now crosses over center court. Stops, passes left side. Darrett through the lane. Drop into the lane. Shot up, no good. And rebound by Baylor. Shot at the buzzer is good by Rachel Allison. A 2-point basket underneath. And I think the Cowgirls did about everything they could on that last possession. You would like to have not had that basket by Baylor going into the locker room. But nonetheless, I think Oklahoma State has to feel pretty good that they've sent a message to the Baylor Bears, 11th ranked team in the nation, coming in here, that you've got to fight on your hands for 40 minutes today.
Not going away, Kevin, and you know we're going to talk to the most positive coach at all at halftime, Kenya Larkin. I guarantee you she will not be able to overcome that last basket right there, because Cowgirls had a chance to go in down by 4. They gave up the shot they wanted. They just didn't block out, and instead you see them get the second chance points. But you're right, Kevin. This is the number 11 team in the nation. It's a 6-point spread right now. The Cowgirls are out rebounding them. They've done a better job off of turnovers, and they've done a better job on the glass. So I think this is a team right now that's going to feel pretty happy with the position at halftime.
A year ago when the Cowgirls played Baylor, they trailed 41-17 at the intermission. A different team, a different look, and different results. They trail at the half today, 35-29 to the Baylor Bears. Coming up, Ryan Cameron of the Oklahoma State Sports Information Office discusses January 27th, 2000, the day of the Oklahoma State plane crash, as we continue with Cowgirl basketball from Host Communications in just a moment.
Meet Bill, a big OSU fan.
Orange power!
And Jim, a big OU fan.
Sooner spirit!
Who's a bigger fan?
Yes!
Both wearing team jerseys, team hats, team pants, either carrying a team check card. Oh, too bad. That'd have been the clincher. Be a bigger fan. Carry an OU or OSU check card from BOK. Get yours today when you sign up for free checking. Bank of Oklahoma, our state's most convenient bank. Member FDIC.
It's time to get a great start to the new year, and there's no better place to do it than at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. We feature some of the most exciting new vehicles on the road today. We're proud to introduce the all-new Ford Edge crossover. Bold new styling, best-in-class horsepower, an MP3 input jack, and an available class-exclusive Vista roof that offers spectacular panoramic views. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today and test drive the new 2007 Expedition and Expedition EL Extended Length. Both feature an exclusive power-fold third-row seat that folds flat into the floor at the touch of a button. And the Expedition EL offers twice as much cargo space beyond the third row. Buying a new Ford is exciting, and your Oklahoma Ford dealer can help make it easy and affordable. We feature attractive low financing and cash rebate offers on many of our best-selling vehicles. So visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Ford. Bold moves.
Today we salute you, Mr. Halftime Shooting Contest contestant, for the promise of free T-shirts or a year's supply of socks. You take to the court ready to put on a clinic in abject humiliation.
Take them to school, yeah.
You keenly sense how much the crowd yearns for your failure, and you deliver.
From downtown, yeah.
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, Admiral of the Airball.
Mr. Halftime Shooting
Bud Light beer at Isaac Missouri.
Well, the Cowgirls trail the Baylor Bears 35-29 at the intermission, and we welcome you back to Gallagher Arena in Stillwater on the campus of Oklahoma State University. As Casey and I talked about, it's a bittersweet day today. Of course, we're all excited to be here enjoying Cowgirl basketball and Cowboy basketball later on tonight, but when you wake up on January 27th, there's just a thought that goes through your mind, and Casey and I talked earlier about the 10 friends of the Oklahoma State family that were lost on this day, flying back from a ball game in Colorado, and Ryan Cameron joins us now to kind of go through a couple of minutes of kind of reliving that day just a little bit, Ryan. And I know that Will Hancock was one of the 10 friends that were on that plane. It was a dear friend of yours. His wife at the time, Karen Hancock, the soccer coach, still remains a great friend of yours. Take us back to 6 years ago tonight, and I know it was just a tough day for everyone.
That's a day we won't forget. It's you just never think, there's nothing that can prepare you for a day like that. And for some of us, every day we walk in that building and we see that memorial and we don't forget. And we're down 6 points here at the half, but we're not happy about that. But we definitely have perspective on this being just a basketball game. And Will was a great man. You can't say enough good things about him. And I had another connection too. My dad grew up with Bill Tegans, and they went to high school together. So I knew Bill through my dad, and then. So there was another connection there, and it's a small world, and I think a lot of people here have connections, and most people associated with Oklahoma State could tell you where they were and what they were doing whenever they found out what had happened on January 27th.
We all remember certainly where we were at the moment. I can remember I'm sitting in my living room, and Dick Halterman called me and said, have you heard what Ann Baer, senior women's administrator at the time, had just called him? And where were you when you heard the news?
I was actually at my house, and I was watching a movie, and one of my friends came in and said, hey, there's been a plane crash, and it was coming back from Colorado, and I thought, surely not. Surely this can't be happening. And then I was a graduate assistant in the office at the time, and one of my coworkers called me and said, you need to get to the office. The phones are ringing off the hook. And So then I knew something was wrong, and so I got to the office, and we didn't know exactly what had happened, but we knew something was terribly wrong, and that's the way I found out.
About a minute to go. We compete on the floor. We compete on the football field. We compete at the baseball field. We compete as fans and coaches and even sports information directors. But have you ever seen an outpouring of total support from the Big 12 family on the evening that occurred, and really to this very day, anytime that is discussed?
I really haven't, and that just, that shows you what it's all about. And it's things like that, as tragic as that was, and as much as we would give anything to have those people back, moments like those, I think, show you, that there are still as many crazy things as there are in this world. There are still a lot of good people out there that will, come together and help lift you up in times of need like that. And I think that was a prime example of that.
Just an unbelievable day indeed, and I know, like you say, every day you come to work, you pass the memorial out here and think about it. It's a tough one we always hate to kind of relive and go through, but it's one we will always do just that with, and thanks for coming over to talk about it and share your experience.
Thanks for having me.
Our thanks to Ryan Cameron, Oklahoma State Sports Information Director for Women's Basketball. Cowgirls trail at the half by 6. We will continue with more as we go to the Cowgirl locker room. When we return, you're listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl Basketball.
Chicken is not just for dinner anymore. At Chick-fil-A, try the new chicken on a biscuit, or chicken breakfast burrito, or chicken bagel sandwich, or the new cinnamon cluster. That doesn't have chicken, though. Just read what it says. All right, at 600 North Perkins Road, you can try one of the 3 custom roasted premium coffee blends. So try Chick-fil-A for breakfast or dinner. They're here to serve you. Chick-fil-A didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Eat more chicken.
The Houck Agency's motto is service after the sale. The Houck Agency is an independent insurance agency that offers a wide range of insurance and financial products and has represented the finest companies in America since 1951. When you need the best in auto, home, life, health, disability, retirement, Medicare supplements, long-term care, or business insurance, call the Houck Agency for a free analysis and quote. With the Houck Agency, service is not a department, it's an attitude. The Houck Agency, 8 Main Place. Call 405-372-5343.
For some high school students, school can be a dangerous place.
A lot of gamers look at you as a gang member, too.
For some, just being in school can be a struggle.
I wouldn't go to school. I didn't care about what my mom said. My mom would tell me, like, what are you doing for yourself? You're not doing nothing.
But despite all the obstacles, inside every high school student is a graduate.
People look down on you if you don't have a diploma. I want to graduate because they say I won't.
Go to boostup.org and find out how you can help a friend, a son, a daughter finish high school. Boostup.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
The warning signs of a stroke include sudden numbness or weakness of the face, arm, or leg, sudden trouble seeing, speaking, or understanding. If you experience any of these warning signs, call 911 immediately, because time lost is brain lost. Visit strokeassociation.org or call 1-888-4-STROKE today. A public service announcement from the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
Well, Oklahoma State trailed by 9 early, made a nice 9-0 run to tie it up, and they trailed by 6 at the intermission. Let's see what Kenya Larkin is thinking. She's standing by with Casey Kendrick.
Thanks, Kevin. Joining us outside the Cowgirl locker room, Coach Kenya Larkin, and Coach, number 11 team in the nation, down by 6. They had a chance to extend it to double figures. Your team did just enough to stay within striking distance here going into the locker room.
Yeah, I mean, we defended very well. Anytime you hold, Baylor to, 35 points and a half, you feel like you're doing a pretty good job. They've hit some tough shots. Most people hit some shots that we take. We allow her to hit those shots. Yeah, if those are the shots she's going to get. But we got to do a better job from the free throw line. We're just 3 from 8. That's 5 points. Add 5 to 29, what you got? It's a 1-point ball game, and we just got to do a better job of stuff like that.
Well, especially since 2 of those were on the front end of a 1-and-1. And the other thing, too, Coach, is, you look at the rebounding, 24 to 20. You've got 9 on the offensive glass. You've got more offensive second chance points. You have done better off of turnovers. And this has been a good battle and a good contest so far.
It has. And, Shantae's been relentless on the boards. Danielle's been relentless on the boards. And, Dominique always does a good job. She got a little bit of foul trouble, but, we're pleased. And if we come out and play this way in the second half, we feel very good about our chances.
Coach, are you talking about feeling good at halftime?
Maybe so.
All right, Coach, thanks. Appreciate it. All right, Kevin, let's send it back out to you.
All right, thank you very much, Kenya and Casey. We'll take a break, come back, look at some of the first half numbers as Cowgirl basketball from Host Communications continues after this.
It's time for College Hoops, and FSN Southwest is your home for Big 12 men's and women's basketball. Check local listings and tune in as your favorite Big 12 teams battle it out on the hardwood. No one covers Big 12 basketball like FSN Southwest. And don't forget to tune in to Big 12 Showcase Friday evenings and Saturday mornings for highlights from all Big 12 sports and exclusive reports from the campus of your favorite schools. FSN Southwest, where Big 12 basketball fans come first. It's time to get a great start to the new year, and there's no better place to do it than at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. We feature some of the most exciting new vehicles on the road today. We're proud to introduce the all-new Ford Edge crossover. Bold new styling, best-in-class horsepower, an MP3 input jack, and an available class-exclusive Vista roof that offers spectacular panoramic views. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today and test drive the new 2007 Expedition and Expedition EL Extended Length. Both feature an exclusive power fold third row seat that folds flat into the floor at the touch of a button. And the Expedition EL offers twice as much cargo space beyond the third row. Buying a new Ford is exciting, and your Oklahoma Ford dealer can help make it easy and affordable. We feature attractive low financing and cash rebate offers on many of our best-selling vehicles. So visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Ford, bold move.
Well, the Cowgirls trailing by 6 at the intermission. They shot 36% from the field in the first half on 11 of 31 shooting. 4 of 7 from beyond the arc for 57%. And struggling from the free throw line. What's new there? 3 of 8 for 38%. The Bears, meanwhile, shot 13 of 32 for 41% from the field. 3 of 8 from beyond the arc, 38%, and 6 of 7 free throws for 86%. The Cowgirls, though, winning the battle on the boards. A lot of offensive rebounds, 9, and they have a 24-20 edge in rebounding. Oklahoma State turned the ball over 9 times, while Baylor turned it over 7. The scene is set for the second half with Oklahoma State trailing the Baylor Bears 35-29. Let's take our final timeout. You are listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl basketball.
January is often one of the coldest months of the year. There's a nip in the air, a touch of frost, and maybe a covering of snow. But did you know that diamonds will help keep you warm? Think about it. Diamonds are given because of love. And love comes from wanting to be close to the one you love. And being close keeps you warm. I'm Annette Kinsey, and when you get cold, think diamonds. Leonard Jewelry, 708 South Main Street in downtown Stillwater.
This is Debbie, owner and pharmacist of Charlie's Discount Drug, recommending Mason Natural line of vitamins and herbs. I've carried Mason Natural products for years because of their proven standardization and quality. Come to Charlie's Discount Drug to pick up your Mason Natural vitamins and herbs to supplement your body's nutritional needs. Charlie's Discount Drug, 723 South Walnut, or check us out on the web at www.charliesdrug.com.
Where everybody knows your name.
Daddy, when you look at me, I could see your wheels turning. About what am I going to be when I grow up? A Major League first baseman? Maybe a point guard for a national champion.
The odds of a child becoming a professional athlete are 1 in 16,000. Far-fetched? Maybe. But did you know the odds of a child being diagnosed with autism are 1 in 166? That's right, 1 in 166. To learn the signs of autism, go to autismspeaks.org. Brought to you by Autism Speaks and the Ad Council.
Now this message from the Payne-Noble County chapter of the American Red Cross and Stillwater Radio. Every 2 seconds, someone in America needs blood. The blood supply is at critically low levels, not just locally, but nationwide. And every local patient's lives in jeopardy if they can't get blood. Your gift of blood is needed now more than ever to help save these lives. Blood donation is safe, convenient, and easy, so contact the American Red Cross today at 800-GIVE-LIFE. That's 800-GIVE-LIFE to schedule your appointment. Here in Stillwater, you can do so at the American Red Cross office at 114 West 8th.
back from the locker room. And how'd they feel in the locker room at halftime?
They were very positive, Kevin. Obviously, I misspoke with my estimation going in with Kenya Larkin. You know, I think they're just very pleased with the fact that they defended so well, held this team, again, the number 11 team in the nation, which is averaging 77 points a game. They held them to 35 here, and they are within striking distance. So they feel pretty good about their effort in the first half, and particularly their ability to defend on the glass and on the offensive end, really giving themselves a lot of second chance opportunity.
Well, they've got the upset in the making. We'll see if they can get it done. We've already had one upset in the Big 12 today. Texas A&M knocking off the Oklahoma Sooners, breaking that long Big 12 consecutive winning streak at 25-26 games, and maybe the Cowgirls can get something going here against Baylor. Well, here we go. The Bears will have the basketball to start the second half. Tisdale out to the left side, goes to Morrow underneath to Mosby. Mosby pulls up, 10-footer, got it.
You know, and you heard Coach Larkin say at halftime, Kevin, that, you know, if she's going to hit those shots, those are the shots we want her to take. And if she can knock them down, then there's not much we can do about it, because they have really forced her into some very, very tough shots.
Cowgirls trail by 8 now and have the ball. Chisholm right side on the wing. Dominique can't decide what to do with the basketball, and we're going to have a whistle away from the ball, and I don't know what was going on, but it looks like a foul on Latera Darrett, the freshman from Chino, California, will pick up her second.
You know, I was looking away from the ball, Kevin, but not there, so I didn't see the contact either, but apparently between her and Shantae, she thought Shantae hooked her. Official thought she fouled.
Inbounds to Sadiq. She's wide open, high post right side. No good. Battle for the rebound, and Sadiq is going to have it tipped out to her.
Another opportunity, and that's what we're talking about on the offensive glass, Kevin. The Cowgirls giving themselves that ability.
Shantae left side on the wing, comes out to Chisholm. Chisholm around to Riley, or to Daniel Green, rather. Now to Riley, right side on the wing. And Little Money is going to put it up from 15. No good. It's too strong. And we just absolutely love the back of that iron. As Smith is going to have the rebound, but then a foul on the play, and that foul is going to go on Shantae Smith.
And I think the problem with Coach Butke on that call, Kevin, is it came completely across the court. Did not come from the official standing right there where he could have seen the contact. Instead, it came all the way across from the backside.
19:06 to play. Tisdale will try to take advantage of the opportunity. She works the ball to Morrow. Morrow now out to Tisdale again off a screen. Back to Morrow in the corner. 16 on the shot clock, 18:55 to go in the game. Baylor playing for its biggest lead of the ball game, and they miss a shot as it rattles off from the left side and out of bounds, but it will stay with Baylor as it goes out off of Oklahoma State.
Cowgirls tried to get a tap out, instead knocked it out of bounds, and that is what happened there. So Baylor gets a fresh 30.
Inbounds pass comes in with 18:46 to play in the ball game. 37-29. The Bears have increased their halftime lead by 2. Morrow, the basketball, right side on the wing, finds Mosby in the corner. Mosby's left open. About an 18-footer, misses it. This time, Riley with the ball pushes it down forward to Sadiq, and they almost throw it away. Chisholm saves it. Now it's loose on the floor and taken by the Bears. Oklahoma State gave them that one if they score off of it. Tisdale, right side, goes up, shoots, and misses, but she is fouled on the play. And I don't know why Oklahoma State thinks they have to get fancy in any way on a play. And again, it's your freshman sometimes in Riley getting a little too excited on the play.
Well, exactly right there, Kevin. She tried to kick it ahead to Rashi. Led her too much. Rashi flips it back in, and eventually Baylor comes up with it. And on the other end, you see a senior point guard, and as Coach Littell said, probably the best in the conference, going against your freshman point guard. She knew how to initiate contact, but fortunately she didn't connect on the first free throw.
Tisdale's free throw no good. We'll have substitutions. Cordero and Sykes back in. Sadiq and Chisholm back out. We see more and more minutes by Destiny Sykes as this Big 12 season unfolds.
And same thing with Brisa Silva. I'll be interested to see if Danielle Green can't connect on some outside shots if we don't see Brisa back in there.
So the second free throw is good, and Baylor has now matched its biggest lead of the day at 9, 38-29, but still not insurmountable as the Cowgirls proved in the first half. Riley comes up the right baseline. She shoots, misses, but she is fouled on the play by Bernice Mosby. They get the early 2 now on Mosby here in the second half.
And you hope right here, Kevin, that the Cowgirls can do a whole lot more of that. Screen for Riley, get her a clean lane to the basket, and then either give her an outlet or let her get to the hole and shoot the free throws.
So it will be Danielle Green back deep for Oklahoma State as Riley shoots the free throws. She'll be shooting 2 with 18:27 to play. The first one is on the way. It is up and good.
And she gets back to 500 as now she is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. 4 rebounds, 3 points, and all told, excuse me, Kevin, but just 1 of 6 from the field.
Right. Second free throw sets, comes to the hole. She makes them both. Again, a slow start from the free throw line we saw in the first half today. We've seen so many times this year, but a good start in the second half.
You know, Riley averaging double figures, and that actually a little bit better in conference than it is overall.
Allison up the left baseline, misses a shot, gets her own rebound, kicks it back out to Morrow, right side on the wing. Now to Tisdale. Tisdale deflected a pass. It goes to Darrett. Darrett has it back to Mosby. Mosby turns and almost walks with the ball, comes up to the free throw line, shoots and misses, and Shantae Smith has it for OSU.
7th rebound of the game. Rachi's got 7. Cowgirls again. Those two right there are really doing a fabulous job on the glass.
Riley, no look pass to Cordero. Nice fake left, turns right, and then she's fouled, trying to go up for the shot. She'll go to the line and shoot two with 17:53 remaining in the ball game.
Jessica Morrow, Kevin, the 6'2", out of Humble, Texas, and reached in that time, just committed the foul, and that is B number 2, as you said, on her.
Yeah, that will be her second and the third team foul on the visitors from Waco, Texas here in the second half. And Cordero steps up to the free throw line, a 72% free throw shooter. And the shot is up, and it is good. Oklahoma State 3 for 3 in the second half. Player checks into the ball game. Tisdale will head to the Baylor bench. Cowgirls trying to run their record above 500, and I would venture to guess, without looking, this would be by far the latest in the season the Cowgirls would be above 500 in at least 5 years. And the second free throw is up and good by Cordero. Baylor, meanwhile, trying to win their third game in a row.
Oh, yeah, Baylor is, you know, the only two they've lost in conference, Kevin, was against Kansas State and, against Oklahoma and against A&M, and, well, they've been playing well.
Garrett comes up the left baseline, gets a nice feed from the right side by Allison, and her basket is good.
And you see plays like that one, they were able to beat Kansas State and Texas in Austin back-to-back. And, again, they've just been playing good basketball. What a win this would be if the Cowgirls could find a way to pull it off.
Cordero out to Green. She drives into the lane, and we're going to have a whistle and a traveling call. And it's going to go back over to Baylor. That's going to be turnover number 11 on the day on Oklahoma State with 17:24 remaining.
Down 7, need a run of your own, Kevin. The Cowgirls don't want to stay at this distance a whole half. You want to cut this thing back to 2, 1, maybe even take the lead and get yourself a little closer, because you're going to use a lot of energy trying to get back in this ball game against Baylor.
Baylor to Darrett underneath Mosby, back to Allison. No look pass goes to Darrett, and they turn the ball over. Stolen by Riley. Riley comes down, numbers against her, 1-on-2, goes up for the shot, shoots and scores!
And no foul called. What a job by Riley to get the finish. Should be at the line for the extra opportunity.
Crowd getting back into it, partially because of the no call, I think, and partially because of the great play by Riley. Big basket. Instead of a 10-point deficit, now you're faced with a 5-point deficit, down 40-35. Big swing. Mosby has it from the free throw line, shoots and misses. Rebound, Danielle Green.
Cowgirls right now have got Mosby a little bit frustrated. She's starting to really come to life a little bit as come back to earth. I mean, she's been shooting some outstanding shots. But right now she looks a little tired.
16:28 to play, 40-35. Baylor by 5. Riley right side on the wing, backs up on the dribble, comes to Green, top of the key. Danielle holds it high over her head, goes back to Riley. She'll shoot from 3. No good this time. Rebound, Jessica Morrow. Morrow to player, stolen by Riley, but then she loses it out of bounds.
Boy, did all that with a smile on her face, too. There's Andrea Riley. There's the smile we like to see. Starting to play more like she's having fun, like she did in the first 6, 7, 8 ball games of the season.
Chisholm, Sadiq, and Colo will check in. Destiny Sykes, Maria Cordero, and Shantae Smith will get a break on the bench. Expect Kurt Butke to keep fresh legs in this ball game, especially as aggressive as his defense is playing. A lot of substitutions we'll see here in the second half.
Yeah, play hard. We'll get you rest.
Darrett, about a 12-footer, is an air ball. Colo comes down with the rebound and saves it to Chisholm.
You know, Colo did walk with the ball like she was just, then you hear Kim on the other side, but she got pulled, so there could have been a foul before that. They are just letting them play.
Yeah, and as long as you're consistent on both sides, that's okay. Riley has it far side with 15:47 to play. Cowgirls can cut it to 2 with a 3. Colo over to Green, underneath to Sadiq, and we've got an offensive foul on Oklahoma State, and Kurt Butke saw it as he just looks at the official, looks down and shakes his head. He knew that one was a good call.
But within 5 during the first time out, you made up a little ground since well, actually at 1 point since halftime, not a lot, but it doesn't matter. You're staying right in this thing, and the longer you do that, the more you're going to wear out and start to put a little doubt into that team on the other side.
We've got a timeout on the floor, so let's go to break with 15:42 left to play in the ball game. It's Baylor 40, Oklahoma State 35. We'll update other scores as Cowgirl basketball continues in a moment.
Good morning, Harold.
Good morning. What are you doing?
What? Look at what you're wearing. Big game tomorrow.
Yeah, but
A team jersey, a ball cap, and sweatpants for a client meeting? Hey, be happy I didn't wear the face paint this week.
There's a better way to show you're a fan. The OU and OSU check cards from BOK. Get yours today when you sign up for free checking. Bank of Oklahoma, our state's most convenient bank. Member FDIC.
Real man of genius.
Today we salute you, Mr. Basketball Court Sweat Wiper-Upper. You'll do anything for courtside seats, even if it means mopping another man's sweat off the floor.
Smelly man sweat.
While they soak up the glory, you soak up pretty much everything else.
Oh!
So crack open an ice cold Bud Light, oh Prince of Perspiration.
Mr. Basketball Court Sweat.
Bud Light Beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, Kansas State trying to pull off the upset on the road. They trail Iowa State, but hanging close 26-22 at Ames with 6:52 to go in the first half. Kansas at Nebraska tonight, and coming up at 3 o'clock here in about 20 minutes, it'll be Texas at Texas Tech. And earlier today, the one they'll talk about for a day or two, A&M on the road upsets Oklahoma 54-52. No unbeatens left now in the women's Big 12 action.
Absolutely not. 21 beating number 6. That's what we saw earlier. No rank. Could possibly knock off number 11. Cowgirls are trying to do that, certainly. And you proposed the question the last time the Cowgirls were 500 in the conference, at least 6 games in. In 1999-2000 season, the Cowgirls started the conference season at 4-3 and finished up 6-10 in the conference, 14-16 overall.
Jasmine Player curls down, comes into the high post, left side, left uncovered, shoots and scores for the Bears to extend the lead to 7.
Hey, that's just a tough shot, Kevin. If you can hit that, I mean, there's just not a whole lot you can do about that.
Colo to Chisholm. Chisholm out to Danielle Green. Green's going to have to hustle or lose the basketball. The ball is tipped over half court, so there will be no over and back call. Green bounce past Sadiq underneath, shoots and scores.
And where is the and one opportunity? Jasmine, or Allison rather, just hammered Rashi. No call made. Well, they're just letting it be extremely physical.
15 minutes to go in the ball game, and we have got a ball game. Mosby right side, 6-footer, hit it.
I mean, Kevin, Rashi is right in her face. A hand up, long, lean. Rashida Sadiq got a hand right on her face, and if you can elevate and pull up over that, there's just not a lot you can do without fouling.
Mosby has reached her average at 19 on the day, 14:42 remaining. Green with the basketball out front for the Cowgirls. Pulls up 15-footer, too strong. Rebound Sadiq. Sadiq will dribble it out to Riley. Top of the key, they'll reset the offense.
8 rebounds by Rashida Sadiq, Kevin, and again, really helping her team out on the glass.
44-37, Cowgirls keeping it exciting late. Colo into the high post. Now puts up about an 8-footer, too strong. Rebound, jump ball called. It's going to be between Sadiq and Mosby, and the possession arrow points to Oklahoma State. Take it now, 2 possessions, 3 possessions in this ball game on the jump ball effort.
How about Rashida Sadiq again, Kevin, over the top, give her 9 rebounds now, and already nearing that 10th, working on another double-double. She's got 7 points, but trying to get 10 rebounds. I mean, she is single-handedly giving the Cowgirls ample opportunities.
Sadiq into Green in the corner. Back out she comes to Riley. Riley to Colo. Colo keeps it on the floor. Bounce pass intended for Sadiq. Stolen away by Player. Jasmine Player to Darrett. Darrett will bring it down floor. Passes it out front to the guard Player, and they'll set up the offense as we come down to 14 minutes to go in the game.
Very slow, very weak, very poor decision by Colo that time.
Player out to the right side underneath. Mosby, a hook. Dish down low to Bradley. Bradley shoots and misses, turns around, takes 4 steps, puts it up. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by Baylor. And it will go over to Oklahoma State on the 9th turnover of the day. That's one thing Baylor has done today is take care of the basketball for the most part.
No doubt about it. Shooting 39%. Cowgirls shooting 35%. But, you know, the Cowgirls, Kevin, have got to it's been 7 for a while. You've stopped them. They are not going anywhere. But you better put points up on your end of the floor, or eventually they'll start opening this thing up like they're very capable of doing.
Boy, did you get the smell of popcorn that just came right here through us? Goodness gracious. There's like a cooker right behind us.
Are you hungry, buddy?
Didn't that smell good? I mean, talk about ball game atmosphere. Well, we've got a good crowd on hand. Let's give them something to get excited about now. 13:39 to go. Down by 7. Here's Riley up the left baseline. Goes up for a shot. No good. Danielle Green with another offensive rebound. Brings it out to Cordero. Shantae is checked back in as well, by the way. Riley now to Shantae Smith. Smith brings it out to Green. Zone defense by the visitors. Cordero down low is triple teamed, and the Cowgirls may be saved by a foul, and it is going to be a foul on Darrett, and that is going to be her 3rd of the day.
And Kevin, again, it came from the backside. It came from the official on the front side, said he was watching the ball. The official on the backside said the body, and that's going to be the 14th foul. Kim Mulkey can only smirk as she didn't agree with the call.
13:22 remaining. A substitution. Tisdale will check back in, and Garrett will check out. I was talking to someone this morning, and I was looking at these names. Tisdale, does it not seem like she has played at Baylor for 9 years?
For a long, long time.
Riley out to Cordero, three-pointer Cordero. Couldn't miss it. I mean, just missed it, and Bernice Mosby has the rebound.
Cowgirls shooting 44% from beyond the arc. Now 4 out of 9. Better, really, than they are from the rest of the field.
Offensive charging going to be called, and that's a good call. Jasmine Player charged her way into the lane, trying to make something happen, and got a little too big that time as it goes back over to Oklahoma State.
Nice job right there for the Cowgirls, and Kim Mulkey really letting the officials have it. The crowd starting to let Kim Mulkey have it. Boy, the crowd this year just seems to really
awesome.
They just know when to get on the opponent. They pay attention to the game. They know what's happening, and they know when to get loud and when not to.
Right now it's Sykes on the right side on the wing. Out to Green she comes. Cowgirls down 44-37. It's been stuck on that for quite some time. Cordero down to Green. Green backs her way into a double-team coverage after Cordero, three-pointer up good.
She's one of the best on the team, Kevin, inside out, except here's the thing. They're posting up the guards, and they're letting the post shoot outside. They reversed the fortune, and the Cowgirls knocked down the tray.
It's been turned inside out, and it's working. The Cowgirls within 4. They're 11th ranked team in America. Mosby, high post, pulls up right side, bounces around, no good, and Shantae Smith with the rebound.
8th rebound of the ball game, and Mosby has just picked up her 3rd.
Mosby her 3rd, that's really big. I mean, we cannot emphasize through headsets how big a 3rd foul on Mosby is. You talk about getting Courtney Paris in foul trouble to have a shot against Oklahoma. You truly take the Baylor game plan completely out if you can get Mosby out of the lineup.
And for at least a moment, she will come out as Danielle Wilson will check in, and she's a freshman. She's big, and she's got lots of ability, but she's not Bernice Mosby.
No, she's certainly not. Not many people are. Danielle Wilson, 6'3" freshman out of Bay Shores, New York. So they really gain a couple of inches in height, but again, not the athlete, at least to this point, that Mosby is. Cowgirls with the ball. Riley has it right side out to Silva. Brisa wanted the 3. Instead, she motions, passes over to Riley. Riley goes underneath to Cordero, who comes up the right baseline, shoots it in and out. Just missed it in the rebound down to Rachel Allison.
Cordero feeling it, though. Kevin playing with a lot of confidence right now, and that's a shot she's very capable of making.
Jasmine Player out front with the basketball. Ball pass deflected. Brisa Silva with a steal. You talked about her earlier along with Sykes and the experience they bring.
Hey, Brayden has been in this situation an awful lot, Kevin, and you got 2 seniors out there right now that have not played a whole lot of minutes this year, but have been through the rigors of this conference.
Riley to Shantae. Shantae on the left wing. Drops into the high post, goes up for a shot. It's blocked. Ball is loose on the floor. Jasmine Player comes out of it for Baylor. Down, she passes it to Morrow. Morrow comes up the right baseline. Ball is deflected from behind, but picked up by Baylor. Wilson going up for a shot. She's fouled. She'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Cowgirls make a marn at that time. I think Destiny reached in as Destiny had gotten knocked out of bounds, came back in, tried to knock it away, and in doing so, commits the foul. But, boy, the Cowgirls back within 4, Kevin. They really have, again, 1 more point since the last time out. The first time out, they cut it to 5. Now they've cut it to 4. At this point, we're going to be playing for a buzzer beater one way or the other.
Well, we'll take it. 11:21 left to go as we go to break. Oklahoma State hanging around. They trail number 11 Baylor 44-40. Glad to have you along on this Saturday. You are listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl Basketball.
Kurt shutters have been used to beautify homes for more than 20 years. Many people will testify to the way our plantation shutters transform the look of their home. It's often stated there isn't a better window covering product for bringing the outdoors in or providing complete privacy when needed. If you'd like to see or discuss the advantages of Kurt shutters, call us at 800-416-6455. We'll send you a brochure or schedule an appointment to your home. That number again is 800-416-6455. Or visit us on the web at KIRTZ.com.
The Houck Agency's motto is service after the sale. The Houck Agency is an independent insurance agency that offers a wide range of insurance and financial products and has represented the finest companies in America since 1951. When you need the best in auto, home, life, health, disability, retirement, Medicare supplements, long-term care, or business insurance, call the Houck Agency for a free analysis and quote. With the Houck Agency, service is not a department, it's an attitude. The Houck Agency, 8 Main Place. Call 405-372-5343.
Well, you know, you brought up during the broadcast prior to the break the way Baylor's really covering the guards so well, but allowing the post players to go wherever they want. And for Oklahoma State, that's an asset because we have one that can shoot from the outside, as she has done today.
Well, yeah, I mean, you look at Maria Cordero, Kevin, she is shooting 3 out of 4 from beyond the arc today. The Cowgirls are 5 out of 10. She's shooting better than any guard that the Cowgirls have. She is, by percentage-wise, the best three-point shooter on the team, with the exception of Danielle Green. So the Cowgirls are just posting up the guards. If they're not covering, we've got athletic enough guards that can make post moves and get points that way. And if that doesn't happen, the Cowgirls kick it out. And right now, you've got Cordero spotting up.
First free throw on the way by Wilson off the back of the iron, no good. And the Baylor has been awfully efficient today from the free throw line.
Yeah, starting to level out a little bit now at 70%, by the way, at the half in Ames, Iowa State leading Kansas State 36-35. And as you mentioned, 2 other games a little later tonight, and Oklahoma already getting beaten by A&M 54-52.
Second free throw is good. Extends the lead to 5 now for the visitors. Cowgirls with the ball. Green up the left baseline, dribbles underneath the basket and throws the basketball away, trying to sneak it out on the perimeter.
You know, good thought, good execution, with exception of the pass. When she threw it between the top of the key and the wing. Nobody could get to it, and just a bad pass by Danielle Green.
So it'll be Tisdale to push it down for the Baylor Bears. Mosby on the bench with 3 fouls, and a three-pointer up by Morrow is no good. Oklahoma State comes down with the short rebound.
Here's your chance where you need to make a run. You've got Mosby on the bench already with 19 points. Cowgirls need to make a run.
Green with it underneath to Sadiq. Nice turn. Sadiq comes underneath, goes up for the shot. It's blocked and knocked out of bounds, and it will stay with Oklahoma State, but just with 15 on the shot clock.
Cowgirls have a lot of well-designed inbound plays. Let's see if they can get something easy inside, even though you get that big kid Danielle Wilson inside.
Sadiq gets it into Green. Back to Sadiq. She'll put it on the floor, turns, shoots the fade, but it's no good. Rebound Chisholm. Chisholm with a lot of traffic brings it out to Silva. Now to Riley. She'll dribble, penetrate, goes up with a shot. It is no good. And it goes out of bounds off of Oklahoma State and back over to the Baylor Bears with 10.5 to play.
Right there, you see Andrea Riley trying to drive and create. Kevin, I'm not so sure she would have been better just to take the shot outside. I mean, she had as good of a shot wide open outside as what she was able to get once she penetrated.
10:27 to go. With it is Morrow on the right side. Goes down to the baseline. Allison, a steal by Brisa Silva. Maybe just what the Cowgirls needed. Silva, no look to Riley. Riley will back it out, and wisely, boy, has she grown up at points since November. Silva underneath the Sadiq. Sadiq turns, pumps once, now goes up for a shot, and they will call the foul on Danielle Wilson. And I have a feeling you'll get a sarcastic applause from the crowd on that foul call after all the no calls we've seen today.
Well, they didn't call it on the initial move, Kevin, but they did call it on the second on the body, and that'll send Rashi to the line. Rashi is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And this is a 2-shot foul for the Cowgirls. Again, chance to cut it back to 3.
10:08 to play. Cowgirls beginning to mount a few fouls on the Bears, and the first free throw is up and good. And Oklahoma State within 4 of the 11th ranked team in the nation. We've got a free throw set to come now from the senior from Nigeria as we are close to the midway point of this second half. In and out, no good this time. And it'll be Baylor with the rebound heading the other way. Angela Tisdale over to the right side. Jasmine Player. We're inside 10 minutes to go. Players left open from 8 but misses the shot. There for the putback is Wilson, but she misses. And then a foul on the play by Oklahoma State will put Baylor back at the free throw line. Dominique Chisholm picks up her third.
Yeah, Dominique really just lost that time. Wilson, as she came through to get that rebound put back, and Chisholm picks up her third foul. So Mosby with 3, Chisholm with 3. And Wilson, not the best free throw shooter on the season. She's 54% on the year, and she misses another one.
Baylor going cold from the free throw line, and Wilson misses this one. Just a 69% free throw shooting team.
Well, and, 54% versus 76%. That's what you lose with Wilson in there versus Mosby.
That's an excellent point. Second free throw is good, so it's a 5-point lead for Baylor, 46-41. Kim Mulkey looks on. Took her team to a 26-7 record a year ago and a berth in the Sweet 16. Of course, the year before that, with Sophia Young, won the national championship. It has just been a tremendous job in her 8-year run at Baylor. Well, Riley right now has the ball for the Cowgirls. Danielle Green out front with it, top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Chisholm, back out to Green again, back to Chisholm again. Working that inside-outside game. Chisholm turns, shoots, and scores.
Well, good recognition. Mosby's back in there, Kevin. She's got 3 fouls. She can't play too aggressively, can't afford that fourth. Chisholm went right back at her and was able to get it, cut it to a one-possession ball game.
Got a feeling they'll try to get her to get that fourth real quick. Here's a steal by Chisholm as she picked the ball from behind on Allison. Picked up, here comes Brisa Silva out to Sadiq. Sadiq pumps one, moves in, comes out to Riley. Riley left side, goes to Brisa Silva. Silva reverse pass, throws it away.
Boy, that was there too. Nice job by Danielle Green sneaking backside. Brisa had an opportunity and just fired it too hard. Nice job by Danielle Green pointing to Brisa Silva, says, hey, it's all right. We had them. We just let it get away.
3 would have tied it there. So the Cowgirls let an opportunity to get away, but the crowd gets back into the game now. Barrett over to Allison, back to Barrett through the lane. Barrett goes up, 4-foot floater is no good. It is out of bounds off of Oklahoma State.
You can't let the dribble penetration, Kevin, but at the same time, you can't leave Mosby. So good job, Adamo, allowing more penetration, not giving up the easy dish down to Mosby, who would have been there for the layup had she left her.
Brisa Silva comes out. Shante Smith is back in as Kurt Butchie continues to platoon offensive and defensive strategies into the lineup. Tisdale set to inbound the ball. Gets it into the backcourt to Derritt. And Derritt will go to work with 8:50 remaining. What a ball game.
Oh, it has been a great ball game.
Derritt drops in the lane, dishes down to Allison. Ball is deflected, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Baylor. Kim Mulkey is livid and just threw herself down to the bench. And Oklahoma State will have it going the other way with 8:43 to play.
3-point ball game by Oklahoma State. Cowgirls a chance to continue to grow up like they did against Colorado.
Riley down over center court, met by Tisdale. Works the ball to the left side, goes to Sadiq. Sadiq has it on the wing, guarded by Mosby. A 3-pointer would tie it. They trail 46-43, the Cowgirls do. Danielle Green down to Sadiq. Sadiq pulls up 3-pointer. Just missed it. Rebound tipped around, and coming down with it is Jessica Morrow.
Oh, I tell you what, it was online, Kevin, but it just didn't. It was a little strong.
Morrow bounce pass down low. Allison shot up and good.
Oh, Chisholm almost picked up her 4th foul, backed away just in time, gave up the 2, and I think I'd rather give up 2 there than pick up that 4th foul on Chisholm.
Crowd anxiously looking on. Tremendous crowd on hand for today's game, and they have been loud at times today. Cowgirls want to give them more to cheer about in this final 8 minutes. We go inside the 8-minute mark, trailing 48-43. Sadiq with the ball, goes up and has the ball deflected, and it's out of bounds off of Baylor. It will be Oklahoma State basketball with 9 seconds on the shot clock when we bring you back from the break.
Boy, what a ball game it has been to this point, Kevin. A very, very heated game. The Cowgirls are back to within 5. They actually lost a 1-point battle right there, but they have kept this thing very, very close since halftime.
48-43 as we go to break. Oklahoma State trails with upset on the mind. 7:48 remaining. Cowgirl basketball from Host Communications will continue in a moment.
It's time to get a great start to the new year, and there's no better place to do it than at your Oklahoma Ford dealer. We feature some of the most exciting new vehicles on the road today. We're proud to introduce the all-new Ford Edge crossover. Bold new styling, best-in-class horsepower, an MP3 input jack, and an available class-exclusive Vista roof that offers spectacular panoramic views. See your Oklahoma Ford dealer today and test drive the new 2007 Expedition and Expedition EL Extended Length. Both feature an exclusive power-fold third-row seat that folds flat into the floor at the touch of a button. And the Expedition EL offers twice as much cargo space beyond the third row. Buying a new Ford is exciting, and your Oklahoma Ford dealer can help make it easy and affordable. We feature attractive low financing and cash rebate offers on many of our best-selling vehicles. So visit your Oklahoma Ford dealer today, and you'll see why.
Ford is the best in Oklahoma.
Ford. Bold moves.
The Cowgirls will have the ball with 9 seconds on the shot clock. 7:48 to go in a good one. Let's take a break. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves along the Cowgirls Sports Network.
Craig Stone recently discovered
KGFY-FM, Stillwater.
Well, as the time left in the game winds down, the foul situation will become less of a factor, but Mosby is in foul trouble. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock as the Cowgirls will inbound the ball, but how does that change the strategy for Baylor?
Well, I think one thing it does is it makes her play a little softer, at least for a couple of more minutes, and then she'll have 2 fouls to give down the stretch, and I think she'll be okay. But at this point, I think if the Cowgirls go inside, I think she's got to be careful not to pick up that 4 too quickly.
Here we go, inbounds pass to Destiny Sykes. 7 on the shot clock to Smith. Smith trying to get it to Green, back to Sykes underneath Green. Green goes up with a shot on the fade. It is no good. Rebound taken by Mosby.
Boy, that's a nice job of Sykes giving it to her, though. Danielle Green posted up inside. It's what they wanted. She got a post move inside. Got a good shot out of it, just a little off the target.
Mosby, 19 points and 8 rebounds on the day. 7:26 to go. Mosby with the ball inside. Out they come tomorrow. She'll shoot from 3. No good. Too strong. And Maria Cordero steps up and comes down with the loose ball. Here comes Smith on the break. Smith going up, and the shot is no good, but a blocking foul called against the Baylor Bears with 7:15 remaining. Will put the Cowgirls at the free throw line as Darrett picks up her 4th.
That'll be number 4 on Darrett, Kevin. Nice job right there. And again, it's not a huge thing for them at this point, but it certainly can alter the way they play defensively. And you know, anytime you got a starter out there who's not getting, going to have to sit on the bench for a while, that's always a good thing.
Free throws on the way, and it's good. Oklahoma State is now 9 out of 15 on the day as they get back to about 60% from the free throw line, and they cut the lead to 4. A chance to get it back within 1 possession with this next free throw. Here it comes. It is up, and it's good.
How about that? It's a 1-possession ball game, and you see Shantae now back to 3 out of 5. The Cowgirls do clear 60%. Now it's 63%. Baylor at 69.
Kurt Bucky getting his crowd into the ball game, raising his arm, saying, come here, come to your feet and help us. You've taken us so far so many times this season, and they do get loud. Out front is Flair with the ball. Flair to Morrow into the corner, Tisdale. Tisdale dishes down to Allison, who goes to Mosby. Mosby turns, goes up for the shot. It is good.
Boy, I mean, Kevin, that's just brilliant. I mean, give the young lady credit. She is good enough to do that, and if she is, she's not going to make them all. Eventually, she's going to miss a few, but, you know, you got to live with that because she's just that good.
Mosby has been unbelievable today, I must admit it. Hats off to her. Riley with the ball left side. Now to Green. Green down to Cordero. Cordero runs into a defender on a big collision. I think you got to call something on somebody, don't you? It's just going to be a turnover. It's going to go over to Tisdale. Tisdale back the other way. Comes up to Player. Player up the baseline. Dishes down to Allison, who shoots, and is blocked from behind by Cordero. Got a piece of her. Going to put them at the free throw line with 6:23 remaining.
I think it's actually going to be on Riley, Kevin. It'll be her second as she came in and just swatted the snot out of that ball and got more arm than ball. And so Andrea Riley will put Allison on the line. Allison, a 65% free throw shooter. And the only good thing about this right here is this clock is stopped.
Allison's free throw is on the way. It is up and good. Time slowly becoming a factor in this ball game. 6:23 now. Cowgirls have played from behind all the second half. Sadiq checks in. Destiny Sykes comes out of the lineup.
You got to be careful here, Kevin. You're down by 6, 2 possessions. You just, again, if you allow too much of a run right here, it's going to leave you not enough time to get back in it. And fortunately, they missed another free throw.
Yeah, they do. And it's back to a 6-point lead where it was at halftime with 6 minutes to go. Cowgirls had the rebound, so Cordero comes down, shoots a 3. It's good.
How about that? Maria Cordero, Kevin. Maria Cordero, 4 out of 5, 80% from beyond the arc, and getting the Cowgirls single-handedly back in it.
Back to within a possession now. Crowd back into it as well. Morrow underneath to Mosby. Mosby, nice move, fades off, shoots, and gets the shooter's roll every single time.
Wow, they keep opening it back up to 2 possessions, but I tell you what, you're going to see a 2-guard out of Cordero if she keeps this up.
Boy, you got that right. I mean, she has really been unbelievable out on that perimeter today. It has been so impressive.
She's not been strong enough to handle the pressure inside, but you let her out there, man, she's just knocking them down.
Sadiq to Cordero. Cordero makes a pass, trying to get it to Smith, and it's stolen away by Jasmine Player. Turnover number 17 today for Oklahoma State. Chisholm's going to come into the lineup, I think, in place of Cordero when she gets a chance. She's
maybe a little tired.
That's a good point. And I can understand why with all that running out there. Mosby has it in the corner, kicks it out to Tisdale. She'll shoot from 3, wide open, misses it, and Sadiq has the rebound. Here comes Riley in transition. Riley pulls up, stops, and shoots a 12-footer, no good. And that time, Allison comes down with the rebound and comes the other way with it for the Baylor Bears, so it's 1 and out for Oklahoma State.
The official just about did whatever coach was instructing him to do, put the whistle to his mouth and said, oh, no, never mind.
Angela Tisdale down to the top of the circle. Setting it up now for Baylor as we go inside 5 minutes to play. Backdoor Allison wide open, and she's fouled down on the floor. And this should be a 1-and-1, not a two-shot, according to when they blew that whistle. You think they're going to give her two?
We'll see, Kevin. It'll be interesting. Yeah, she was poised. She was coiled to spring forward and to shoot, and then she got fouled over the top. But you're right, that could have very easily been called down on the floor.
Well, when I was 8 years old and played, and that's the only time I played, you had to be going up. 8 years. That was only 9 years ago.
Did you ever go up on the basketball court? Just curious.
No, I shot from the stands. I was in the stands when I was shooting that ball. I'm not going to lie to you. My sister fouled me. The free throw is good by Allison. The second one set to come to the hole. Cordero will check out. Chisholm is in now with 4:43 remaining. Next free throw is up, and it's good as she makes them both to really stop a little bit of a drought from the free throw line for the Baylor Bears.
Yeah, right here, Cowgirls, Kevin, they're doing a good job on the offensive end. Now the Cowgirls have got to find a way to get some stops on the other end.
55-48. We've got 4:33 remaining. Riley to Silva out front. Silva now will put it on the floor and passes to Smith. Smith comes to the corner to Silva. Silva has it, goes underneath. They work it to Chisholm. Chisholm, nice move, but then has the ball tipped loose, stolen away by Tisdale. They put it on the floor of the post players, and Baylor is too smart for that.
How about Andrea Riley coming down and stealing it back from Tisdale?
Here we go after the left corner. Brisa Silva three-pointer. No good. Off the rope that time. Morrow has the rebound.
Wow, how about that? Looked offline. Boy, you see the body English of Kurt Butke, though. He was trying to wheel that ball back in there.
So inside 4 minutes to play, 55-48. Cowgirls in danger of going down by their biggest deficit of the day if they're not careful here. A two-pointer won't do it, but it'll tie the biggest deficit, and it does. Rachel Allison has it left baseline.
Got to be careful right here as the Cowgirls call the timeout, Kevin. And again, Allison left alone. That's one of the few times we've seen tonight where the Cowgirls just didn't cover the shooter. Allison able to step up and knock it down.
3:47 left to play. We need to take a timeout with the Cowgirls trailing the Baylor Bears 57-48. We'll see if Oklahoma State has one more run left in them, and we bring you back for the finish to Gallagher Arena. You're listening to Oklahoma State Cowgirl Basketball.
Craig Stone recently discovered that Tiger drug spelled backwards is Good Regent. Now, this may not seem important to you, but at Tiger Drug, it's like a whole new beginning. So bring your next prescription to Good Regent, 9th and Walnut, Stillwater. Craig Stone has become an underground rap star in the local music scene. Be sure and ask for Tone Deaf Imodium AD when you get your next prescription filled at Tiger Drug, 9th and Walnut, Stillwater.
Did you know that Chevrolet, the best-rated cars and trucks, now come with a 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty? Hi, Teresa with Wilson Chevrolet, announcing Chevy's new 5-year, 100,000-mile warranty, complete with zero deductible, roadside assistance, and courtesy transportation on all new Chevy cars and trucks. The best cars and trucks now have the best warranty to boot. Come experience business the Wilson way. You'll be glad you did.
Wilson Chevrolet Jeep Stillwater.
Well, our next stop on the Butke train takes us to College Station, Texas. This coming Tuesday night, a special Tuesday night edition of Cowgirl Basketball right here along the Cowgirl Sports Network throughout the great state of Oklahoma, brought to you by Host Communications, as the Cowgirls and the Aggies will hook up on Tuesday night, 7 p.m. We'll have the pregame report airing at 6:30. And could the Cowgirls be sneaking into College Station with perfect timing coming off the Aggies' upset of previously unbeaten Oklahoma today?
Well, I tell you, Gary Blair is very good about protecting his team against that sort of thing. But, you know, it's still Oklahoma State, which they've had an easy time with over the last few years. So, you know, it's got to be in the back of his mind a little bit. Plus, they lost Monica Atumache. She was carried off the court today, hurt late in that ball game, and she's been hurt once already this year. So, yeah, that could be a huge loss and a good opportunity for the Cowgirls.
Inbounds pass comes in to Riley, and the Cowgirls desperately needing a basket now with time becoming the enemy. And here's a steal by Jasmine Player instead. She should have an easy layup at the other end and does. And she is fouled on the play. And with 3:33 remaining, I didn't think she touched her either. Butke is hollering that she didn't even touch her, and I'm thinking the same thing. Did you see any contact there on that?
Well, Kevin, at first I thought there might have been something, but then she didn't call it. And then the basket goes through, and then she comes over and makes the call. It's an extremely, extremely late whistle.
How about that? We're going to have a timeout there as well. We'll keep it here this time as the two teams will go to their respective benches with 3:33 remaining. Scores of other games, you gave the Iowa State score a little while ago. The Cyclones already have a loss at home this year to Oklahoma State. Kansas State trying to sneak in and still won at the Hilton, as there is a 1-point Iowa State lead at the half. Later on today at 7 o'clock, Kansas will be at Nebraska, and they are just underway in Lubbock, Texas, trying to snap out of their funk. Boy, this Texas team is a hard one to follow as you look at the Big 12 standings.
No, yeah, no doubt about it, Kevin. I mean, you look at it now, Oklahoma is 7-1. Baylor is at 4-2 coming into today. Nebraska at 4-2 as well. Texas A&M improves to 5-2 with their win. But then look at the logjam. Kansas State, Oklahoma State, Texas, Texas Tech, all at 3-3. Iowa State 3-4. Colorado 2-4. Missouri 1-5. And Kansas still winless. And boy, Bonnie Hendrickson's team certainly still struggling up there. But, you know, you look at it, Kevin, the Cowgirls coming into today tied for the third best record in the conference. Had they beaten Texas Tech, they would have been tied with Baylor and Nebraska at 4-2. And it's just, the Cowgirls may not pull this thing off today, but you can just see that they are so much further ahead than they were last year, and they're trying to get to where this Baylor team is, number 11 team in the nation. Again, that style of basketball. It is a Louisiana Tech influence. We've seen it an awful lot with Baylor and with Coach Kim Mulkey, and the Cowgirls still don't have quite enough athletes to match up game in and game out. But between what they do have, how much better they were than a year ago, and the game planning by these coaches, you just see the strides that this program continues to make.
Well, I don't think there's any doubt about that. You know, if Iowa State loses that ball game at home, they'll have 2 home losses, and they're a game ahead of some of us. This would be their 8th game. They would fall 2 below 500 with only 8 to play.
Well, again, you know, you just look at it, and you know, again, when you're talking about that, you're just trying to decide who's going to play who once you get to Big 12 play and that get on a run. You just don't want to have to play the top seed. So every time those teams lose, it helps Oklahoma State.
Jasmine Player misses the free throw, and the rebound is taken by Oklahoma State Shante Smith. Sadiq has it now, right side on the wing. Rashidat Sadiq comes out to Green. Green back to Cordero. She'll shoot from 3 and got it again. How about that?
5 out of 6, Kevin. I mean, she is unconscious from the left wing.
59-51. Big basket pulls the Cowgirls back to within 8 and gives them a chance. Morrow right side on the wing out to Tisdale. Defense is going to have to be a difference player in this final 3 minutes, though. Tisdale up through the lane, dishes down. Allison pumps once, goes up, shoots, and she is fouled as Cordero hits her from behind, and that is going to put Baylor back at the free throw line as the junior from Santa Barbara, California, picks up her 3rd foul.
Picks up her 3rd, and you know, you got to be, again, you don't want her to get in too much foul trouble down the stretch. You can't just give easy fouls because she's your 3-point threat. She's your difference maker right now.
But she's your gamer, no doubt. Free throw on the way is good by Allison, and now Allison is 4 of 6 from the free throw line on the day. She has 12 points and 10 rebounds. That gives her 13 points that last free throw, and now make it 14. Her jersey number as the second free throw is up and good.
Maria Cordero has, with 5 out of 6, got the Cowgirls to 7 of 14 from beyond the arc.
Riley to Smith, bounce pass underneath Cordero, goes up for the shot, tough, off balance, no good, and the rebound down to Baylor with 2:42 remaining, and the Cowgirls trail by 10.
Boy, really trying to get Cordero to get going on the post side of things too, Kevin, right there. And shot couldn't connect off the glass, and you see Rossi trying to get the rebound, just not there.
Tisdale, a jump stop into the lane, shoots and misses. It hits off the front of the rim. Cordero has the rebound, and the ball is knocked out by Tisdale and out of bounds and staying with Oklahoma State.
You know, when coaches argue every call and point the wrong direction after every play, I think they lose some merit. And Kim Mulkey does that on every single play, points the other direction.
You are right, especially when the ball is on her end of the floor. Riley going up for a shot, shoots, and it's no good. And the rebound down to Baylor. So Baylor survives the storm with Mosby on the bench with those fouls. She's been back in the ball game now for quite some time, and they more than have this game in control with 2 minutes to go.
Riley doing a lot of good things, Kevin, but 2 out of 12 from the field, and she's done a lot of that driving to the lane, shooting, and not been able to come up with anything.
Tisdale has the basketball with 6 on the shot clock, passes underneath to Mosby. Mosby gives it to Morrow. Ball tipped loose on the floor, stolen away by Danielle Green. Need a basket in a hurry to give you a chance down the stretch here. Danielle Green into the lane. Kicks it out to Sadiq. She's left wide open three-pointer. No good. Just too strong, but Green has the long rebound to give him another chance.
You know, Rashi has been strong all day long. Every time she's shot that three, it seems like it's gone just off the back of the iron.
Riley being told by the coaching staff to push it. Now does. Goes to Cordero. She goes up for a shot. It's no good. And Baylor has just taken over rebounding in the second half here as they close that rebounding gap to 3.
Well, and I think Maria she's tired, and two, she's just struggled inside, Kevin. There's just too much physical presence by Baylor in the paint area.
Angela Tisdale down over center court with the basketball. Baylor will take a little time off the clock on each possession. Now Riley will foul to stop the clock, and that's her third of the day with 1:08 remaining. Do want to mention Sean Sutton's Cowboys back in action tonight as they take on the Iowa State Cyclones right here at Gallagher Arena, 7 p.m. contest, and we expect that one will be an exciting one as well.
Yeah, I would think so. Iowa State has some very big kids, 6'11", 6'7". They have some big kids in there, and they have the ability to really make you alter your game plan. But Sean Sutton's squad really, again, just plays pretty good basketball. Very good team. Should be a good one here at home.
Harden back into the lineup. First free throw by Tisdale, good. Second one is on the way. She makes them both, and Kim Mulkey wants a timeout. Back on the men's side of things, Sutton's Cowboys 3-2 in Big 12 play. Iowa State 2-3 in the conference, and they are 11-8. So wins really becoming a big factor in their scheme of things down the stretch in the men's Big 12 action. And just a big ball game for both ball clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. It'd be, a lot more pressure on Oklahoma State simply because it's at home. And I'm sure there will be, it's a big day here. Coaches versus Cancer's a big part of the celebration here for folks as you have seen Dave Hunziker addressing the crowd here at halftime. Of course, it is the anniversary as well, and we've seen lots and lots of people coming through the memorial here. There will also be the ceremony and the annual placing of the wreath at the actual crash site in Colorado by Oklahoma State representatives. And, again, I get a chance to talk to Don Barado this week and said, it's so important to him that those 10 never be forgotten and wants to celebrate their lives. And that has become truly something Oklahoma State has done a good job of doing.
Well, here we go. The Cowgirls with the basketball now as Silva pushes it down over center court. 1 minute to go in the ball game, down by 12. Hardiman to Cordero. She puts it on the floor, goes up for a shot. She is fouled and will go to the line and shoot 2. Now they'll start giving you the courtesy fouls now that the ball game is over with. But, back as we wait the free throws, you go back to that memorial, and I had a chance as I got here about 10 this morning to go out there and kind of look at each individual honor of those people that perished in that accident. And how anyone could ever sit there and read that and not reflect back when you knew so many of those people without just a complete sadness coming over you is almost unimaginable. And it was almost when you sit and stare at that, especially on the anniversary, it's almost like reliving that day a little bit in your mind with some tremendous people, our 10 friends and members of our family that fell on that day. Well, Tisdale now will take it down the final 45 seconds for Baylor with 25 seconds left to go. The Bears are going to more than likely escape out of here with their 18th win of the year. The Cowgirls are going to fall below 500 for the first time in Big 12 play as they climbed back to 500 against Colorado the other day. Tisdale comes around, circles, and puts it up and in for the exclamation point on the ball game. Tisdale will force it down, gets it to Green. She'll shoot it for 2. Foot on the line, and she makes it. Timeout by Kurt Butke. Boy, you'd like to have had that a 3 just to see what could have happened.
Well, and here's the thing, too, Kevin, is actually I think they do credit her with the 3 as the Cowgirls have cut it to 9. We'll have to wait and see. They will say that was just a 2. But, Kevin, right here, it's a situation where Coach Butke called a timeout. Down by 9. They corrected on the scoreboard. Okay, now it is actually a 10-point game. I started to say that. And my point was simply this. You take the timeout with 23 seconds left because you don't want to give up a final shot because you want to keep this thing within 10. I guarantee you, they want it on the other end to open this up. And that's where the coaching part of the whole thing comes in. The two teams, the game is settled, but you don't want to give up another basket. And I think Coach Butke wanted to make that very, very clear to his team. Let's keep this thing into 10, and let's keep it as a pride factor.
So 23 seconds left to go now, and the Bears will inbound, leading it 65-55 as Kim Mulkey looks on from the Baylor bench. And is it the other way on the other end of the floor?
Absolutely.
You want to go down and increase that lead?
Well, let's see if they do. If they try to go get a shot, in fact, that is the case.
The Cowgirls try to trap Tisdale, and then they foul her, and Tisdale, the best free throw shooter on the team at 83%, along with LaTara Derritt. Tisdale will go to the free throw line with 15.5 ticks remaining, and the Bears up by 10.
Well, the Cowgirls just saying, hey, we're not throwing in the towel at any point. We can't wait to get to Waco.
Yeah, that's exactly right. We look forward to that return trip. And, again, a road game for the Cowgirls, which you and I are going to go on a nice little tour of the Big 12 all of a sudden here. 6 of the last 9 games in this season now. After today, we'll be on the road. And that includes the trip to Norman next Sunday, if you call that a true road game. Might feel like 140 minutes into the ball game. Not quite sure.
How about they've been taking a double overtime and lost down there the last couple of ball games.
That's a good point.
That certainly makes a difference.
66-65 after the free throws. Riley with the basketball now. Comes down floor, kicks it out, and the Cowgirls throw it away on their final possession. Baylor should just run it out with 8.2 ticks remaining.
Yeah, I think the ball game definitely, we've seen the last of the coaching here. Tisdale will be able to just sit there and let it run. But what an effort by this Cowgirl team.
Morrow inbounds to Tisdale, and Kurt Budke and Kim Mulkey will head to center court and congratulate each other.